Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Is make a stand for something that I truly believe is right. I truly believe is right. I wanna be like you. Come on, man. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the cash cow. I hold the record with pay-per-view. Me.
My drop. I know my drop. I know my situation. I want to fight.
Production.
Check it, you know. Fight is gonna be very difficult for both of us.
BoxingVoice.com. What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to your second edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Today is Tuesday. It's 4:20-ish, a little late here, but we are here to discuss Jaron Boots Ennis versus Mario Barrios, and I quote, "This fight is going to happen." Jaron's father was interviewed by YSM Media, and he made it clear that Barrios' fight is going to happen. No date, no venue, no network, but this is the fight that's on the horizon for Jaron. We know this is kind of the normal for PBC to announce things not last moment or last minute, but not when we expect. And, let's talk the style matchup, really. Let's talk about whether or not you like the fight for Jaron or for Barrios. Would you prefer each guy to do something else, or do you like this as an option for both men respectfully? I particularly don't mind it. I mean, it's all very relative, right? Like, Keith Thurman lost to Pacquiao. Ugas beat Pacquiao. Barrios lost to Thurman. Thurman lost to Pacquiao. Barrios beats Ugas. Ugas beats Thurman. It's kind of relative, right? Like, it kind of makes sense. Barrios is here for a reason. He beat the man, that beat the man, that beat the man. In between that, he had an opportunity at the past man, the former man, in Thurman, but, he came up short. Second time around, he was able to get in there with Ugas, where he was an underdog, and many thought Ugas would get the win. Barrios ends up getting that win and puts himself into position. Now he has a WBC interim title. Now, we did hear Mauricio Suleiman in the past say that interim titles could be unified, and he told, I think, Broadway Joel to do his research. So do we end up seeing some sort of interim unification between Jaron Boots Ennis and Mario Barrios, or is it just a respectable fight that we would like to watch? And if these men fight, will both interim titles be on the line? And can the other win it respectfully? That would still make it a unification if you're an interim champ for both two different sanctions. So it is a little strange. As we've only seen full titles get unified, but we understand that right now, Earl Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford are locked in with one another for however long that may be until, they address one another, right? They have that one more fight on the contract that, until they're done with it, neither man can move forward unless something else shakes out. That being said, I like Barrios as an opponent or this fight altogether. Barrios is not a small guy. He's been able to fill out to welterweight fairly well. He's been able to stop a guy that Broner couldn't stop. Shout out to Tip Bellis that, reminded us that Gary Antoine Russell did stop him. And obviously, I'm talking Giovanni Santiago, which was the guy that Adrian Broner could not stop. Now, Barrios is on a 2-fight win streak. Before that, he lost 2 fights as well. Keith Thurman out of St. Pete, Florida, and Gervonta Davis from Baltimore. Both names, big names in the sport. Thurman, obviously, top-level fighter. Maybe not at the time that Barrios fought him. Maybe Barrios was considered a tune-up for Thurman. But he's bounced back since then with the win over Giovanni Santiago by knockout, and then Yordenis Urgas, unanimous decision 12, where he was able to capture that WBC. Now, he comes in at 6 feet and has a 71-inch reach. Not the longest reach, for his height, but he's still tall and long. Will he be able to keep Ennis on the outside? What sort of game plan will he use? Will he take something out of the Karen playbook and use the entire ring? What sort of style would Mario Barrios bring to this fight to try to ensure him the win? Now, obviously, as fight fans, we'd probably turn up for this fight. It's the, green print, so to speak, right? You got your African-American in one corner and your Mexican in the other. Barrios definitely fits that bill. I believe his nickname is the Azteca Warrior, right? So definitely has the support of the Mexicans. And he is from San Antonio, which helps even more. Now, where this fight would take place, maybe Las Vegas, maybe Texas, maybe LA. If they really believe in bouts, then it'll be in the East Coast, which I guess they still can do Barrios in New York. I'm not sure has he ever fought in New York, but plenty of Mexicans on the East Coast as well, right? To capitalize on Barrios' demo. That being said, right now, Terrence Crawford still has those belts. A lot of people trying to figure out what's going to happen, what'll take place, because once those belts get vacated, these fighters will get elevated, right? Guys like Jaron Ennis, who have the interim IBF, he gets elevated to full IBF champ. Barrios, he's the interim WBC. He will get elevated to full WBC champ. So, it certainly makes sense to fight one another because you could end up with 2 full titles mid-year. Now, everybody knows that Ennis wasn't happy about receiving his belt, the way that he received it. He wanted to become champion either by winning it in the ring versus Crawford or the next necessary, or I guess, the next most ranked fighter. But he was elevated, and, that's where he's at now. A lot of people had a lot to say when other fighters got elevated. Now it's becoming the thing of the norm, right? Where, quote unquote, these fighters are becoming champions via email. The boxing politics, so to speak. And it's every fighter. They want to win that belt in the ring. Nobody wants to be, sent any sort of corresponding email letting them know that they're now the champion. But there was a contract for Terrence, and there's not much he can do. It would be great if Al would have let him out that contract, because I feel like Terrence has lost so much steam. He fought back in July, and we haven't heard much from him. But I do like this fight for Jaron and for Mario. A lot on the line. Either man wins either man's title, and they can easily find themselves as a unified champion by mid-year if they get elevated. I don't know if Barrios is durable enough to withstand the onslaught of a Boots. But we know he has the heart. So he's going to answer some questions for us as long as he can. I won't pick him as the favorite, but hey, I did pick him to beat Ugas when he was the underdog, but that's different. I don't know that I can pick him to beat Boots right now. Beating Giovanni, Santiago, and Ugas isn't enough. If he could get a win over like a Young, then I'll be like, okay, Barrios, I need like a tough, durable win. Someone that's heavy-handed or that's certainly a puncher, right? Because that's what Boots is. He's a puncher with skill. So it's like, can Barrios stand up to that Boots onslaught? That's the truth. Is he going to be able to take those shots from a Jaron Boots Ennis? But phone lines are open if you want to talk about this subject. Remember, no show if we ain't got no callers. We're going to continue to do our second show every day. And hopefully we find the right topics to interact with you guys. But we are talking the matchup that is Jaron Boots Ennis taking on Mario Barrios. Once again, YSM Media did an interview with Bozy Ennis where he said, quote unquote, this fight is going to happen. Not a lot of options out there for Boots. So I'm glad that they can get this together because it's a decent fight for him to raise his profile. Again, he would be the favorite in this fight for me. I don't know for you. Phone lines are open. Discord is available. Landline also available if you want to call in. We're going out to Baby Joker. I see you up first. What's up?
Yo, what's up, Ness? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, bro, it's a great fight. I like it a lot for both men, but I don't know. I think you asking Barrios to see if he's durable when he's been in there with way better opposition than fucking Boots ever has. I feel like this is a tough fight for Boots. It's his biggest fight. I know.
I don't know, man.
Barrios has been in there with Thurman. He's been in there with Tank. Now Ugas. I mean, the dude's proven. He might not be your elite fucking fighter, but he's proven. I mean, Boots looks nice. He passes the eye test.
But you're saying he's proven, but he was in there with Tank and lost by knockout, in there with Thurman and lost by decision. So, yeah, his heart's proven. Durability and capability to win, not so much.
Yeah, but I mean, we act like Barrios looked terrible against Tank. It was a competitive fight until it wasn't.
I mean, it was competitive.
He's known for knocking out motherfuckers.
It was competitive, but how many rounds you gave him?
I gave him quite a bit of rounds. I would have to go and watch the fight again to tell you exactly. But I thought Barrios was winning to the point where Floyd told him, you're losing the fight. I thought the same thing. And, Tank stepped on the gas and he got him out. Boots, like I said, this is a great test for Boots. The dude passes the eye test, but I mean...
So he's not the favorite in this fight. You feel Mario is the favorite? Because he's fought the better opposition.
Maybe I'm biased because I've known this dude for a long, long time. But I mean, he's shown me better stuff than Boots has when it comes to opponents. Who's Boots' biggest name, bro? I mean, we've seen Barrios in there with these fucking...
Lipinets has to be the biggest name.
Is that bigger than the Ugas or Thurman?
No, but I mean, he would have beat that Ugas or that Thurman, or that, at least that's what people like to believe about Boots, right or wrong? That he would have beat those guys.
No, that's right, yeah. I mean, there was one point in time where they said Boots would fuck up Canelo, so I agree with that. But again, this is a great fucking fight for both guys. I know we'll like for me, if they do fight, it's a barometer, it's a measuring stick to see where Boots is actually at.
So
I mean,
you
if this
think
dude goes in there,
you think Barrios could actually win?
hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, people gonna call it and call me crazy, but I mean, Boots hasn't done it like that with elite level in there, bro. I have more faith in the guy that showed me that in the ring, despite him having
I
some
mean,
else.
he didn't show you elite level skills versus Villa. We seen Villa how good he looked versus Ellis, and we seen the difference in skill between Ellis fighting Villa and Boots fighting Villa.
Yeah, but I mean that Villa shit, bro. That shit was a surprise. I mean, that's an outlier. He doesn't have any other performance like that outside of that one he had with what's his name. 'Cause I don't think anyone in the TV universe knew that shit was gonna happen, bro. Like I said, I love this fight. It's a great fight for both guys, and Boots wins, and he wins convincingly. Then I don't know where he's at with them skills, man. That's all I got, Ness.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Let's see what we got next. Calls, what up on Twitter?
Hey Ness, can you hear me, bro?
Perfect.
Uh, man, Barrios, that's a really good Barrios and Boots. That's a really good fight. I actually like the fight too. Is it a unification bout or is it for Boots IBF
So
belt?
So I always thought you couldn't unify interims, but I seen an interview with Broadway Joel where Mauricio, takes a shot at Joel, kind of saying, "Oh, do your research. Interims could be unified." So I don't know. I guess maybe they have to petition. I'm not sure how that's gonna work out.
Okay, but yeah, this is a good fight for Boots, honestly, and also Barrios has shown again that he always has the balls to face anybody at anywhere and anytime too. And actually, Boots' resume is getting up there. I actually believe that I actually rate Roman Villa because I actually think Roman Villa could actually give some of these other guys some trouble. Like Roman Villa, he showed like heart, he showed a chin, and he showed he has power, and he was like trading with Boots too. Like, and Villa, he reminds me like of a Maidana or Margarito too. But if this fight takes in Texas, like it will help Boots a lot. It will be like how like Spence fought Mikey in Texas, like that was supposed to help Spence like to build his profile up. I think if that fight takes place in Texas or in California, like I think it will help Boots a lot, man. Especially if he stops, Barrios, because Keith Thurman, he beat him, but he couldn't. He couldn't even drop him, and it took him 12 rounds. And against Tank, I actually had Barrios up in the scorecards like against Tank, but into the stoppage. But I think Barrios, he's gonna give Boots he'll give him some problems, but I don't see Barrios as being as the favorite. I see Boots like the favor in this fight. I actually think Boots is gonna fuck up Barrios pretty bad. I like Barrios, but I would put my whole money on Boots, man, and I believe Boots he will be a unified champion too, and hopefully after Barrios, man, if he doesn't want to get Keith Thurman, like fuck, go after Conor Ben, like in the UK. That's another good fight for Boots. Or Nas Staniones, or what's the name again that who beat up Alexis Rocha? Giovanni. I forgot his last name. I don't know how to pronounce it,
Stante
but
Young
that's another great.
or Stantillion?
Yeah, that's another great. Yeah, well, that's another great opponent for Boots as well. That will test him a lot. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
like the
like that
fight,
fight a
Ness.
lot, man. It's just cross promotion. I don't know how, quick would Top Rank give it to us. Maybe once Boots is a full champion, they'd be willing to do that because it's a title shot. But I like that fight.
Yeah,
As soon as he beat Rocha,
yeah,
I was posting that I wanted Boots versus Stante Young.
yeah. But that's my time, Ness. Like, but thanks for letting me call in again.
You the man. Champ, appreciate you. We going out to the phone lines. We got Anthony, ATL.
What it do?
What up?
Hey man, I like this fight, man. I like it a lot. You know, it'll have him having a common opponent with a lot of good guys. You know, I feel like Barrios is a good guy. You know, I like his style. I think he's a great fighter. You know, always fighting tough fights. You know what I'm saying? Those are my kind of guys. Dude's looking for that smoke. You know, and he ain't ducking nobody. You know, so I respect that. You know, because Boots is no joke. You know, not the dude I'd want to be fighting, if I'm being honest. You know, it's like one of those dudes where you just look at his highlights and go, yeah, nah, champ, let's go ahead and pick somebody else. You know, like power in the left and right hand, like movement, you know, just a fucking nightmare. You know, just like, what do you do? You know, just hope and pray maybe. I don't really know who's beat this dude. Let's just be real. Like, why? Just don't do it, champ. Let somebody else go. But I get it. That's who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went out there and fought Tank Davis. Just said, I'll cut weight. I'll come and get some of that. You know, got knocked out. But, hey, he lasted a while, you know, and showed his heart and got better from that. You know, beat a lot of good guys since then. Looked a lot better. I like him as a fighter, but, you know, come on, man. His Boots we talking about. This dude is no joke, man.
I mean, we thought the same about Wilder.
Yeah, but not on this level. Not on this level. Wilder can't really box like that. I know some people say like, oh, he really can't. No, he can box a little bit, but like Boots is like really boxing. Like he's hard to hit.
I mean,
and
Wilder
he's got power in
at
both
the point of Wilder's loss, he proved more than Boots.
I disagree.
Come on, bro.
Totally disagree.
Boots ain't even a full champ
Just on
yet.
a talent level.
Champ. Boots is not a full champ, and Wilder made 10 defenses of the belt.
Special. I love Deontay Wilder, but if we talking just skills right now, like he can't lace his boots. You know what I'm saying? Jaron Ennis has got everything. What doesn't he have? Tell me, where's the weakness? Since you want to say, tell me where is the weakness in Boots? There is none. He doesn't have a
we won't know till he gets in there with, you know, some opposition that's on his level. Like, we seen, you know, Canelo's struggles against the first time against Floyd and, you know, Laura because they on that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, Miguel Cotto's brother landing a punch, that shit don't matter, you know? Yeah, but it didn't matter. It ain't going to give him 6-7 rounds. It's just a punch. So I'm just saying when that level of opposition gets up, that's when we see who you really are.
Who's going to stanky leg him? Who's going to put Boots on skates? I don't see it. There is nobody at that weight division that's going to do it to him unless Crawford decides, which ain't going to happen. So he's going to be full champion soon. I appreciate the call. Can't wait to see this fight. I'm very excited for it.
Khaled, Indiana, counter.
Yo, what up, bro? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Chilling.
All right, man. Hey, yo, man, I like this fight. I think it'd be a good name for Boots. He might stop Barrios, but I would much rather see like the Stanionis. I think Stanionis is more durable, poses like different matchups. Poses like a different style, a different matchup. I think he come forward. I think he's going to throw that jab to kind of make Boots work. He's a good pressure fighter. He's going to stay in front of you. I'd much rather have that fight. But Stanionis might get elevated because I think he got that WBC interim or WBO interim or something like that. So hopefully I would much rather see that. But as far as Barrios, he's a tough fighter. You know, he's been in the ring with some tough guys, so he ain't gonna just fold or nothing. But sometimes like the skill level is just different. But I don't want us to just keep shitting on Wilder from the standpoint like he not skilled. Like end of the day, like you be knocking motherfuckers out with that right hand, like it's skill in that right hand. Like setting up that right hand, like it's skill. It might not be the most watchable, you know. I mean, like you know, it might not be like the most technically sound, but Deontay Wilder is still a very skilled fighter, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got to see that from Boots, you know what I'm saying? And I think this will be a good name. and then hopefully he can get a standing illness and like a Keith Thurman, because from the eye test, yeah, like all right, Boots checks a lot of boxes, but we still want to see you get in there with some dudes that's gonna say fuck that. Like Barrios gonna say fuck that. Like nah, you have to knock me the fuck out. Like I appreciate that. Standing on this, Keith Thurman, they're gonna say fuck that. So I want to see you in there with some dudes that say fuck that. But what you think, bro? How you feel about the standing on this fight with Boots? I really like that. How you feel about that?
I mean, Stanionis would be a great fight. I want Stanionis to get a tune-up before fighting anybody at this point.
Yeah, bro, that's real shit. Yeah, cause they keep my man. They keep giving them fights and saying you ain't gonna fight. Giving them fights saying you ain't gonna fight.
Like it's your time.
But that's fair, bro. That's all I got,
But
bro.
it's not your time.
Thank you.
All right. Chad, talk to me. Canada.
Hey, Ness.
What's up?
I love the topic, man. Yeah, is this thing? Do we think this is going to go through, or is this just like talk right now? Like
the father of Boots is saying that this fight will happen. The talks of this has been going on for a while. You know, if you do a Google search, it goes back. Since early November, there's been rumblings about this. Obviously, we had Bob Santos on here that also said they would take that Boots fight. I've done interviews with Bob that's on the YouTube channel. They've been calling for Boots as well. So, yeah, man, I mean, I think it's just a matter of PBC rolling out their dates, right?
Yeah. I really like it. And I'll tell you, like, Boots isn't someone I check for, not because I don't love him, but I feel like as a fighter, he brings everything I want. But his career's kind of been a bit fucky. Like, it seems to me like they can't get some motion going, where they keep like flowing and keep fighting regularly enough. It's not even the opponents I'm concerned about, just the frequency it seems to happen at. I feel like he should be more out there than he is, like he's so great. He's such a fucking great talent. And he's kind of a fun guy too, like to interview him and stuff. Like, I don't know why he's not bigger than he is, but anyway, if he can start a series of fights with Barrios, I love it, because I feel like both those guys have fought a couple times, 23, and both guys can go into the ring ready for the other. And I mean, I think that the movement and speed of Boots will be too much of a problem for Barrios, but I like the opponent. I like Barrios in there, and it gives Barrios a great opportunity to shine. And we'll see if he's sharp enough, right? Because I feel like from those two losses he took, he definitely sharpened, right? And yeah, people will talk down on Ugas. He's damaged goods, whatever. But I think we saw enough to know that Barrios, he's definitely sharp right now. He's looking good in there, man. And he's rugged. So I like all that for Boots, and who knows, man? We'll see what we can get. I think it'll be a good fight, but and I think Barrios too, he's definitely at risk of being knocked out.
Who you picking though? Okay.
Oh, I would take Boots. I gotta pick Boots, but I gotta be honest, I like Barrios. Like, he's a great underdog in this fight. And I feel there's like kind of similar to the Tio and Ortiz fight where, there's something to prove.
I feel like it's your time.
All right, man. Thanks, Ness.
You're the man, champ. We going out to Barrios City E. What up? While we wait for Barrios City E, we got the fat $10 super chat from Coach Javier Caputillo. He says, man, Luke Santamaria has been asking for both these guys before we sat on the shelf. Luke just picked up a fight. He fought Cameron Carell, so at least he got one in. Coach, I would say get another one, man. There's a lot of people putting on shows. I told you before, reach out to Red Owl Boxing. They got some stuff going on. And you got to just keep Luke active. I would love that Luke Santamaria fight with Boots. Remember, Luke Santamaria was able to do 10 full rounds with Jesus Ramos moving up in weight. He obviously fought to a draw, I believe, with Paul Crow. You know, Luke has had some decent names on his resume. It would be a good fight. I hope you guys can get a fight. Let's see here. Barrios, City E, trying you again.
Yeah,
You?
yeah, man. I'm gonna be 100. I ain't really that big on the fight, man. Like I ain't really that big on Barrios. Like if he beat the shit out of Barrios, then it's all you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the fight. I'm gonna watch the fight. Hopefully, they don't put that shit on pay-per-view and they just give us that shit. But I'm not big on that fight, man. Like it's for me, it's kind of over now for like for him to fight. But you could have got him maybe before Keith Thurman put them paws on him. But like it's like now anything you do, well, Keith done already put the paws on him. Tank knocked him out, and yeah, he looked good against Ugas, but people already discounting that win on every damn blog site and every damn comment section I see. They discredit the hell out that win. I'd rather him fight the Giovanni Centillion guy. I can't even see Alexis Roca. Like I don't even feel like his name good enough for him. For me, I would try to be fighting maybe Giovanni or Cody Crowley, and I ain't big on the Cody Crowley, but he still got his own. Try to fight them two or move up. And then for me, it just ain't really nothing left for Boots in the welterweight division. Or either for me it's Giovanni Centillion or Giovanni Centillion, not Alexis Roca, Giovanni Centillion, Cody Crowley, or either what's the guy that Ortiz was supposed to fight, Stanionis. If you can't get neither one of those three fights, then I would just move up to 154, man, and start wrecking shop. It's a 154 behind 140 is the second hardest division in all of boxing. Like you might as well just pull up there and you can really make a name with yourself. Because even the guys outside the top 10 or in the lower end of the top 10, you can really make a name for yourself if you could get a couple stoppages there. Maybe if you could go beat a Lubin, if you could go beat a Jesse Ramos, if you could get yourself in the mix with these names, man, it's plenty of work. Maybe if you can get your hands on Danny, you know what I mean? It's plenty of names or plenty of work you can get at 154. I think, he should just consider, like I said, you can't get those three fights. You can't get Stanionis, Giovanni, or either Cody. I would just move up. I ain't big on the Barrios fight no more, to be 100, whether he a champion or not. You know what I mean? And, that's what I call, man.
All right, champ. Appreciate you.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
We got a live poll here, asking you who wins and how. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up before you vote. We got a $5 super chat from RRT Boxing with Mr. A, $5. He says, against the norm, but I'm going for Barrios. PBC, go to Mexican. Let's go Barrios. Hashtag Hardin. 4 faces in Hardin clouds. Mike G's, what up? Ortiz, what up?
Yo,
Yo,
what's up? Happy 2024, Ness.
Happy New Year, champ.
Um, yeah, what's up? Hey, Barrios, Ennis. To be fair, man, not a good matchup. Barrios gonna get smoked. I think we all know that. But I can't really blame Boots because he can't get any fights because there's not really any fighters right now. Back then, I really wanted to see the Ortiz Ennis matchup, but obviously with Ortiz moving up, that's not going to happen. Or who knows what's going to happen? Maybe Ennis will move up. But I mean, what's the status with Crawford? Like, do you know Ness? Like, what's his next move? Is that Spence? I heard last time I heard they're about to do the rematch, but that shit don't even make sense. I mean, what's the status on Crawford, Ness?
That's all we know, bro, is that the rematch has to happen.
Oh, well, I guess. We don't want to see no rematch, but like I guess there's a contract for it. But it sucks for Boots because there's, like I said, there's no fighters around. But I really felt like the only best option was Stanionis. But I don't even know what the fuck is going on with him. But I guess he just has to. I guess if Boots has to stay active, but I think the worst part is that he's not really like active. Boots. I thought he should have been fighting on pay-per-view cards with. He did with Davis, but that's it. And like it was kind of a shitty performance. Not a shitty performance, but not a good performance. Or it was like a bad matchup style. But he should have been on the. I felt like he should have been on the Crawford Coleman event. That would have made sense. Like, why not? Like, hey, this is the next big thing, like welterweight that could challenge the winner. But yeah, he missed. I felt like he dropped the ball on that one. He should have been active 2023. But I don't know, man. It is what it is. But hey, I guess fight Barrios and just get him out the way and see what's next. Maybe go up to 154. Maybe do that Ortiz matchup. But who knows? All right, that's all my call, man. Thanks for having me. Happy 2024.
Likewise, bro. Yeah, man, just got to keep building. If you're Boots, you got to keep putting those names on the resume, to improve that resume. But looks like we may have another counter. JB, talk to me.
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Yes, sir, champ.
Hey, man, how the hell you a champion right now, man? How you gonna say we got to keep building and Boots is a champion right now, man?
I mean, he's
he should be
interim.
done building.
He's interim champ. And remember, there was a point where Wilder was full WBC champion. Eddie Hearn told him he had to get his profile up. So, it's nothing like we ain't seen it before.
I mean, shit, man. I guess we see Wilder's fool's gold, and I believe Boots is the same thing, man. But I really don't believe there's shit in 147 right now. Like, what we're gonna see with him and with a Barrios fight? We're gonna see him just pretty much do the same thing that he did to Delorme or some shit, or the same thing that he did to Castillo Clayton. Come on, my nigga, we ain't watching that shit. And then what they gonna do? They gonna throw in our pay-per-view for us to pay for that? Man, nah. I'm not a fan of that, man. I want to see Boots in the real test, man. I mean, did somebody say he could fuck around and find out and fight Danny at 154? Yeah, man, Danny will show that he's the real king of Philly, man. But I want something that's a little bit more intriguing. Maybe him and Charlo. I would probably like that matchup right there. Boots versus Charlo. Or Boots versus Lubin. Or Boots versus Zoo. But yeah, what I'm saying is, man, Boots just need to go ahead and, because IBF already crowned him already, man. Do this one little fight right here, then move the fuck on up, because we'll have more intriguing fights at 154 than 147. And then he might be able to build a better profile. But, long story short, as long as he hang around 147, we just going to be like, man, he's the most talented fighter and everything, but he did shit to prove it. That's how I'm going to look at the nigga, while everybody else going to say he's the second coming to Jesus. But it is what it is, man. Shout out to Cameron Duncan. Did you do a 10 count for him already?
No, I seen that. That was pretty sad.
It was definitely sad. Shout out to Cameron Duncan, but I don't believe in Boots, man. I know the callers, these motherfuckers are casual as hell anyway, man. They just think because the niggas flash and fight like every other. He's from Philly, but he fight like every other Ohio fighter. You know what? I'm just gonna say this, man. Boots, to me, man, from what I see, he might be a little bit better than Montana Love. Anyways, next, man, I'm just going to move on. I'll let the show keep rolling, and I'm out, man. Catch you on the next one, my nigga. Peace.
All right. Adrian, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Nez?
Chilling,
Happy
brother.
New Year's, my brother. Happy New Year's, man.
Likewise.
Nothing but blessings. Nothing but blessings. You know what? I like what the caller said. And my bad. Let me get my intro. It's inevitable. It's D Block, D Town, D City, D Ville, Baltimore. Stand up. I think I'm going with that caller, man. I like what he said about Boots. I've been saying that for a long time now too. Philadelphia's own Boots and his Nest. I mean, at the end of the day, I know he's flash, but when I look at him like Hector Camacho or Paulie Malignaggi, fighting bums and looking flashy and shit. And at the end of the day, when you fight real competition, it's like all that flash is gone, bro. You know what I mean? A real G's gonna go in there and knock him out, man. I mean, I'm just being honest with it. You know, do you really see Boots Ennis as the next great one, Ness? In your opinion, I want to see what you got to say with that.
I mean, he's checking the boxes, right? We just got to see him versus that opposition.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, is he still going to be with Al Heyman and them? Because I know he was
I
with
don't know that he
Showtime, and
was ever with
yeah,
Al,
yeah,
though.
yeah. I think they had a contract with Showtime. I think they're independent, and I don't know if Al Heyman's picked them up or not. But the Zone could pick them up. I mean, ESPN could pick them up. At the end of the day, it's about competition, man. And Stanionis is the only competition at 147. Mario Barrios is whenever you're ready to fight, I'm here to give you my belt. Is that type of fighter, man. I gotta know. I mean, I've seen too many great fighters come and go, and I've seen too many guys that come and at the end of the day they were nothing. I mean, I gotta give respect to Barrio because he's a real G. He's Mexican. I gotta respect that and I gotta represent that. But at the end of the day, I mean, Boots Ennis needs to move up. The youngins are Haney, Ryan Garcia. Everybody's down at 140. I think it's time for Boots Ennis to just move up and just give up aspirations to be the king at 147. He's not that young either. You know what I mean? I think
But
it's
why
time for him
why
to
you
go to
want him to
150.
move up without becoming a full champ at 47? He's so young. He's not struggling to make weight.
No, but he's 26, right?
Yeah, Tank is older than that.
Yeah, but Tank's I don't want to talk about him, man. At the end of the day, he ain't proving nothing. But I feel like for him to dominate the 147, Nez, do you think that they'll look at him and say he fought the softest competition at 147, or it's going to be like it wasn't his mistake? It
I
is
mean,
what it is.
I just think it's still early, bro. He just got an
Yeah.
interim. He doesn't even have the full belt. Conor Ben doesn't have a belt yet. There's so many people. Barrios is still interim. Like, he doesn't have an
Yeah.
opportunity to unify yet. Like, Crawford is still kind of in that division.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let it go like this, and I
You may
respect
feel like
what
it's
you're
your
saying. I'm gonna let
time,
it go real quick.
but
At
it's
the end
not
of the
your time.
day, Boots Ennis, do what you got to do. D Block, D Town, D City, D Ville, Baltimore, stand up.
All right, champ. Let's see. We got Boxing fan. What up?
Yo, what up, Ness?
What's up, my brother?
Happy New Year's, bro.
Likewise.
Yo, man, I like this fight, bro. I mean, I get it. I'm also one of those that I do want to see Boots and with a bigger name. But, I mean, shit, what do you want the guy to fight, bro? I mean, Bud is tied up with Spence rematch. I mean, Thurman, I mean, he don't want that fight. And, I mean, plus Thurman hasn't been in the ring in a while, so pretty sure Thurman wants a tune-up before that match. I mean, I like the fight, bro. I mean, I think it's the best fight they can make for right now. Hopefully, down the line, we can see Boots with Thurman. I think that would be a good test. I mean, but I do want to see Thurman get his fight before that one. But I like it so far. I mean, I get it, though. I do want to see Boots in there with the bigger names. But shit, they ain't no big names at 147 right now. So, I mean, I don't know why people are tripping on it. But I like the fight, though. But Ness, with Duncan passing away, that's Boots' promoter, right? Does that make
I
him a
don't know
free
if he
agent
still
now?
is. I don't know if he still was. I don't know what's that situation before the passing or after, because I'm not sure he was still with Duncan.
Yeah. All righty, Ness. That's my call, bro. Stay safe and God bless, Ness.
Likewise, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for the kind words. Tyron, what it do?
Yo, what's good, champ?
What up with you?
Happy New Year. Shouts out
Likewise.
TBV. Hope everyone blessed tuning in. Hope everyone had a new year. Yeah, just piggybacking off the other caller. it's not a bad fight. You know, it's not too many fighters right now or opposition that wants to get in the ring with Boots. You know, same as David Benavidez. You know, nobody's rushing to fight him. So when these guys don't want to fight these type of fighters, it's only limited opposition that these guys can take. And so Boots is, fighting Barrios. I mean, that's probably the best opposition that he can get right now. It's looking like Bud don't want to get in the ring with him. So where do he go? I wouldn't want him to move up to 154. I do want him to be at 147, take over the division. You know what I'm saying? And force Crawford hand to come back down, or force Crawford to go elsewhere. But I mean, I'm not too mad at the fight. As far as pay-per-view worthy, I don't know. It would have to be a strong undercard. But again, I'm not mad at the fight, man. I do wish, Boots could get that type of fight, that breakthrough fight, to really show the people that he is who, a lot of people think that he is, and that potential that he got. But again, you can't fault him because these guys don't want to get in the ring with him. So he just doing what he have to do, eating the food that's presented to him in front of him, and just go on to the next one. So we can't fault Boots for that. And also, we don't know as far as the contracts go with, I think the promoter, or I don't know if his promoter, Dunk just passed, and going on with PBC and all that stuff too. So I mean, it's a good fight, good, stay busy fight. And again, man, nobody want to get in the ring with him, so you can't fault Boots. We want Boots in them big fights, but Crawford didn't want to get in the ring with him. Earl Spence didn't want to get in the ring with him, and I know why. They know it. He's a legit. I want to take that. It's high. It's low reward, high risk type thing. So you can't fault a fight like that. But that's just my take on the champ. Appreciate you, man. Hope you had a good New Year. Shouts out to BV. Hope everyone blessed. Keep tuning in, champ. Much love to you.
All right. Up next, Hulk Maryland. What up? Hulk Maryland, you there?
Yo, Ness,
Hulk, actually, give
can you
me.
hear me?
I do, but give me a sec. I'm sorry. I got two counter punches here. We got Baby Joker. What up?
Yo, can you hear me?
Perfect.
Yo, J. I like you a lot, homie, but I can't let you come in here and take a fucking jab and a shit on this fight. This man said Boots is Montana Love.
Probably called him worse than that.
Yo,
He
and then
said
he
he's
said we
wilder.
already know what this fight's how's it gonna turn out. Boots is gonna beat the shit out of Barrios pretty much. You can't compare Boots to Montana Love and then fucking think he's gonna beat up Barrios, bro. You're tripping. Barrios would beat the dog shit out of Love. Don't even compare him, bro. Uh, Earlier too, I heard Burrow City East some downplaying his win over Ugas because he was old, right? I heard that shit too. Come on, dude, don't do that. 'Cause I know your young and favorite fighter got a lot of fucking wins over old ass motherfuckers too. We don't, we can't do that. You can't downplay this shit. Barrios and Boots is a great fight. Don't be shitting on Barrios, man. Because I know Jay is also in favor of Ryan Garcia versus Haney. Yo, don't compare Ryan either with the Barrios, bro. Like I told you last time, Ness, Barrios will beat the shit out of Ryan. He don't want that smoke. Don't be doing that. You're downplaying this dude. He's been in there with great fighters. He showed he has heart and the skills to hang in there with motherfuckers like Thurman. So don't downplay him like that. Don't downplay this fight. I feel like it means a lot. We're gonna see who's who. Is Boots really like that, or is he just all smoke? That's it, Ness. I can't let these dudes shit on this fight. It's crazy. Have a good one, Ness.
You too, champ. Right back at you, though. James Benitez counter.
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Perfect.
Man, what the hell, goddamn baby Joker talking about? I mean, look, man, Barrios beat the shit out of goddamn Ugas, who already had a shattered orbital bone and shit like that, man. So his punch resistance was super low. So I mean, of course he's gonna look good in that fight. Besides that, I would take Ryan Garcia over fucking goddamn Barrios if they actually made that fantasy fight or whatever. Cause I mean, just cause you appear tough, look like you got a heart, don't mean you're not gonna get your ass whooped. I would definitely favor Ryan in that. And also, man, like Boots. Okay, man, let's talk about Boots, man. Boots failed to goddamn show us that he really was what people think he is, man. He had the opportunity to fight Bud already with the WBO. He goddamn talked big shit to goddamn Spence, and he got quiet, tried to whispering above his breath. And then also with Keith Thurman, let's look at his resume and shit like that. Who has he fought for Keith Thurman to actually know who he was until all the other names left? Fought Van Heerden, fought Karen, fought Delorme, fought Clayton, fought Abreu. Who the fuck are those guys, man? Like, let's be real here, man. He really ain't done shit to get all the praise that these niggas are giving him right now. He's supposed to be the next great fighter from Philly, but I don't know, man. If Philly is goddamn banking everything on Boots, man, I feel bad for Philly, man. That's how I look at it, man. Other than that, man, this is not a good fight. I'm not going to be impressed with Boots until he moves up to another division, and that's my call. Shout out to Baby Joker, man. You know you the homie and everything, but bruh, you wrong on this one. I'm out, Ness.
Yeah, I think you guys are rushing. This whole move up shit is crazy to me. Halt, unmute is on you. Halt, unmute.
Yo,
All right, talk to us.
yo, what's up, Ness? Happy New Year, bro. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, I like the fight. I like the fight because we need the boxers. I mean, I was talking about it earlier, but the PBC hit all the black fighters and all that stuff. But the problem is, man, these dudes not fighting, and that's a good fight. That's a good name for Boots. If everybody like Boots, then he need to get all the names he can get on this belt, and especially ex champions. That all travels with him. But I like that fight. I think Boy's gonna put up a good fight. You know, um, but I just hope that this means PBC is going to have these boys fighting a whole lot more. We seen these dudes once a year. Even Terrence Crawford and Spence, both Charlos, all that just once a year, man. These dudes ain't fighting. So I'm hoping this means that they're going to start getting some fights in it, bro. And I mean, on TV, not all pay-per-view. But other than that, I like the fight. I just hope this means we're going to see fights this year, back to back. Not all pay-per-view, though. Yeah, and that's my call, chat, man. Yeah, that's it. That's my call.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We got a counter for PBC Brigade. What up?
What up, Ness?
What up with you?
Man, I need a favor from you, man.
Yes, sir.
I need you to go back to that same old Ness that used to be on people's heads when they start speaking stuff that they don't know what they talking about, man. I heard two dudes call up here and say that Bud don't want no parts of Boots. He already ducked him. Like, why you letting that slide, brother?
Because there's two sides to every argument. While you and I don't believe that, there's other people that have fought in their mandatories, right?
Uh-huh.
So that's their argument. He didn't fight this
All right.
mandatory. Not to mention, Bud was notorious. Like, there's an argument. There's an angle if you want to take it. I don't have the energy. I'm not hating on Bud. I understand the Earl fight is bigger. But, he is a dude that's notorious for doing mandatories now. He ain't doing his mandatory.
All right, but let's shoot Bud some bail.
Well, we
How
did.
long has
I'm saying
no.
that he ain't doing it because of the fight. He won big fights.
Yeah, that also, but where's all these people talking about Boots? He's ducking Boots when fucking Earl was the IBF champ for how long and didn't fight his mandatory?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Earl was the beloved son, and they gonna say Earl didn't fight the mandatory because he was trying to make the fight with Crawford.
All right, and also I want to add in this nigga James Benitez, man. He should really won Hater of the Year because even though I'm talking against Boots right now, I'm not going to discount that man's ability, and I'm not going to sit here and shit on the Barrios fight. He could say it. He could say whatever he wants to say about how he handled a broken orbital bone in Ugas, but come on, the kid, the kid was in top fights. Got stopped in one, went the distance in another, and then stopped somebody. Like this is going to be Boots' best on his resume. And let's also not forget when he fought Castillo Clayton, what Clayton said after the fight. You remember that? You remember what he said?
I mean, he got hit behind the head.
Nah, not that. He said, "Man, I had to fight you. Nobody else wanted to." So let's give Boots his respect on that end. That a lot of these top guys that's not tied up contractually don't want to fight him. We gotta say what it is. We gotta be honest now. And it's too much dishonesty going on over here. And also, one thing is completely off topic, and I'm gonna get off after this. My nigga Tip Bayless, the reason he didn't win Hater of the Year is because people hate him that much and don't want him to win anything with his lame with his lame takes. And that's all, brother. Have a good show. I'll holler at you.
Nah, appreciate you.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Yeah, that certainly bothered Tip not to win that award. He thought he was a shoo-in once we made that award. He like, oh yeah, I got my lane. But somehow CYP won that shit. I got James Benitez, $2. He says, you said resumes matter, not eye tests. I mean, it do to me. It certainly do to me. I prefer you to do it in the ring versus not doing it. You know what I mean? Versus you telling me you can do it, or your favorite, your fanatics telling me you could do it. Like, we've seen that for a minute. Like, oh no, Earl beats him. We don't got to see that because Earl will beat him. And it's like, damn. Okay, that is true. Boots is the full champ. I forgot he got elevated. My bad. I did say that a few times on this show. Shout out to Damien, $5 Cash App, who says Boots is the full champ, not the interim. He's totally right. Totally right. My bad. My bad. I might have said that more than once on this episode. Well, damn, that makes more sense now. Barrios should be willing to do it even more now because it's for a full title. Looks like we got Baby Joker with another counter. Baby Joker. Alex, talk to me.
Yo, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
So what's up? They're saying that this is most likely going to happen.
Well, Jaron's father, Ennis, did an interview with YSM Media saying that this fight is going to happen. So, yeah, we're just talking style matchups. Even though no one even called in to talk style matchups, I guess it's a pretty much shoo-in that Boots is going to win, and it's more about people's either saying Barrios isn't like he's not even a test, or he's going to be a good fight, but Boots will still win,
Yeah, I got you, man. Listen, when it comes to the Jaron Boots Ennis, most people feel the same way. He's going to be he's projected to be one of the best fighters in the world. There's a real opportunity for him to build towards that with this fight. Mario Barrios has been in there with pound for pound talent. Gervonta Tank Davis. He's been in there with a former unified champion, Keith Thurman. And he's been in there with a guy that beat Manny Pacquiao and Ugas. I really have enjoyed watching Mario Barrios become a better fighter right before our eyes. Coming from, I think the first time I seen him was Damn, was it Cowboy he fought, or was it the Eastern European dude that got the knot? I can't remember. But since then, man, he just seems to have just a lot better ring IQ. He's a lot more patient, a lot more efficient. I see him counter. I really enjoyed seeing him beat up on Giovanni Santiago because he really brought out the full tool bag. And when Ugas, he was having trouble with Ugas at first, found him out, got used to him, and depending on the referee, it could have been a stoppage in the last round. So it is a test for Boots. I don't care what anyone says. Mario Barrios under Barrios Santos has become one of the better welterweights out there. And honestly, who else is strong going to fight?
You breaking up a little bit, Alex.
Yeah, I think it's just
you're good now.
my
but
okay now. It's still bad.
It's kind of robot voice. Hello.
I'm about to make a turn. Maybe it'll get better.
Yeah, we hear you now.
All right, but yeah, who else is he going to fight in the meantime while Thurman and Stanionis get lined up? We as a community in the back call, we always talking about him and Conor Ben. Conor Ben's lined up in February. Barrios is a great fight. It'll be interesting to see if they put it as a main event pay-per-view, which I don't think they would, but you just never know when it comes to PBC. So, yeah, I think it should be applauded by the boxing community because it's a real test. And if Boots can go in there and dominate Barrios, that's only something the top guys have done. That's my call, man.
Baby Joker counter. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. We got James Benitez, $2 super chat. He says, Thurman and Tank use Barrios as a piñata.
Ness, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yo, Jay, you can't say Ryan beats Barrios. Man, you tripping. Ryan wishes.
I mean, Barrios does have a better resume than Ryan.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, bro. He said Ryan beats Barrios, man. I mean, Barrios looked way better versus Tank than Ryan did. And then he sent his little $2 super chat.
Well, technically, Barrios got dropped more than Ryan.
Yeah, but he looked better. Fucking and then he asked you with his little $2 super chat, the resumes matter, right? That was his question to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so ironic that Barrios has a way better resume than Ryan. It's crazy. Jay, come at me good, bro. Like, you slipping. And I can't let you shit on this fight.
So you love this fight.
Hell yeah, I love this fight.
But are you actually picking Barrios, or you like, I don't know?
To me, it's a tough fight. It's a great test for both, like I said. Barrios has been in there with really good fighters. He showed us he can hang in there. I mean, he fought Tank, but fuck, Tank is Tank. He knocks out motherfuckers. And then we saw him beat the dog shit out of Ugas, bro. That was impressive to me. Like, this dude, to me, he keeps getting better and better after every fight. Shout out to Vega. He gave you a really good breakdown. Jay, stop hating, bro. Stop hating. You should have definitely won Hater of the Year. You hating way too much on this fight. That's all I got right now, Ness.
All right, champ. James Benitez, $2 super chat. He says, when is a fighter done building? 20? 25? 30? 30 fights? Yeah, I mean, everybody's path is different, right? We've heard that on the show. Scotty Dippin, member for 1 month on that champ level. My only question is, will y'all give Boots credit when he knocks Barrios the fuck out? I want my answer now. Don't wait till it happens to discredit Boots and say Barrios is nobody and lost to Tank and Thurman. I mean, you got James saying that right now. He literally super chatted 2 super chats before you to say, and I quote, Thurman Tank used Barrios as a piñata. So he ain't saying he ain't fight nobody. He just saying he got pounded on by the people he fought. Kyle C, what up?
Yep. Yo, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I don't understand that. It's a good fight to me. It's a good fight. Yeah, Barrios might not be, elite top of the line, but I think it's still a good set source to see where Boots is. He got some good size on him. You seen how he busted up Ugas' face. I mean, yeah, we seen Ugas busted up before, but he was outworking. He was beating on Ugas. He was beating him. He beat him. I think he beat him worse than Spence did. If we being honest, he beat up Ugas worse than Spence did. He might not have broke his orbital bone, but he did a good job. At the end of the day, I feel like Boots might have a little bit too much athleticism. I don't know, athleticism, speed for Barrios. So, he's gonna win. I got Boots in that fight for sure. But it's a good fight. It's an entertaining fight. I'll definitely pay to see it.
All right,
And I
champ.
mean,
Oh, my bad, my bad. You
dude,
paused up on me.
dude earlier he was saying he wanted to see Alex Rocha. He wants to see Alex Rocha, Cody Crowley, or somebody against him, right? Man, I'd rather see Barrios. I'd rather see Barrios than those dudes, to be honest. That's all I got to say.
All right, champ. Appreciate you.
Yep.
We got Waz. What up? Waz on Twitter. What's up? Waz on Twitter. Waz on Twitter.
Yo, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Chilling.
No doubt. Yeah, man, Boots and Barrios is a good match stylistically. Um, I got Boots by like a late round stoppage. I'd say like ninth or 10th round. He's gonna stop Barrios. Um, Barrios' last performance against Ugas was definitely a good performance, and I definitely think him and Boots is gonna be a good fight. I didn't like the last guy that came up on your podcast trying to discredit Boots. Talking about like who he fought or whatever the case may be. Like, dude is a complete fighter. He could do everything. He could box, he could brawl, he knows range, he knows distance, he knows how to counterpunch, he knows how to set traps. I mean, that's going to be a lot for a guy like Barrios to handle. So I think it's just going to be a good fight overall. So I got Boots, 10th round stoppage.
All right.
That's all I got.
Damn, pretty much everybody's picking Boots, bro. Pretty much landslide, bro. Everybody's picking a stoppage. No one's even saying decision, you know what I'm saying? Profound Dreamer. Wait, Profound, are you Days? Days is Profound? Profound Dreamer, going once. 2 times. Leo, what up?
What up, Ness H-Town? Man, Boots is one of the guys like Spence that's got the fan of man syndrome. The fan of man syndrome. People are fan of the man. People are prisoners of the moment. People forget that in the Villa fight, he was getting touched for about 6, 7 rounds before he got the stoppage. People just remember the stoppage. Like Barrio versus Boots is a 50-50 fight, man. If it goes a distance, I think Mario beats him.
Damn, 50-50?
Yes, man. Boots overrated, man. People just, the eye test. Yeah, the eye test, but against who? Look at Spence, man. People had Spence that he was the god. He was the god of the welterweight. No one's going to beat him. The eye test. But all the matches you were favorable towards him. The only matchup that was 50-50 was with Porter. And if Porter doesn't touch the canvas, Porter wins that fight, in my opinion. And then you got a guy skilled like Bud. Man, Bud will kill Boots. People think athleticism is everything, man. Nah, man, it's skill. It's skill. When you're skilled, you kill athletic fighters because you know when to get out the way. You know how to set the traps. You know how to make them rely on the athleticism and stop boxing and just trying to be Roy Jones, do a jumping left hook. They start trying to do crazy shit. Like people just on. Like, I'm not saying Boots is not good. I'm saying Boots is not proven, and people are acting like Mario Barrios. He fought no champions. How many champions has Boots fought? Ness, how many champs has he fought?
You got
More champs.
Lipinets and think that might
That's
be it.
Yeah, and then well, how many champs has Mario fought?
But how many's he beat?
One. Well, they both beat one champ. You know, and people are forgetting that against Tank, he was dehydrated, rehydration cost. You know, people just want to forget the causes. Hey, that matters when it comes to a fight, man. When you're dehydrated, man, you're more susceptible to body shots. You're more susceptible to get knocked out because there's less fluid in the brain, and it's easier for you to get dropped and knocked down. Man, to me, Tank is improving here, man. People just the fan of man, bro. They're gonna ignore the facts and go with he looked good against this one guy. You know, nah, man. Until you fight a top level opponent, man, you still unproven, man. And Boots is unproven, and him and Mario, to me, are at the same level right now. Now, if he goes in there and destroys Mario Barrios in 2-3 rounds, then I'll say, yeah, Boots is a killer. But if he knocks him out in the 10th round, that just proves the fact that Mario and him are on the same level.
All right. Wait. What do you mean if he knocks out if Boots knocks out Mario in the 10th round, it proves that Mario's on the same level?
He went 10 rounds with him, Ness. When people are not on your level, they don't go 10 rounds with you.
But you said if he knocks him out, like a knockout is
But he was losing against Villa until he knocked him out. You had the sportscasters all raving about Boots. Oh, look at this, look at that. And he was hitting gloves. He was missing. Villa was connecting, you know?
All right. I hear you. I just wanted to make sure I heard you right. Treese, what up?
Yo.
Yeah.
What up, though?
I thought he said that. See, Alex texted me, too. I thought that's what he said. He said if Boots knocks out Mario Barrios in the 10th round, it don't prove nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck? How?
How not? He stopped him. How wouldn't that mean?
I didn't know. I tried to get him to, let us know what he meant, but I didn't get it.
That's nonsense. He talking nonsense. But Ness, I ain't gonna hold you. From what I'm hearing on these motherfucking calls, my boy, it sound like fuck it, Jaron Ennis do need a Robert Guerrero. From what the fuck I'm hearing, I ain't gonna hold you. These motherfuckers talking crazy on here. Listen what I'm saying, brother. I'm hearing all type of nut ass shit like Boots is quote unquote not it. He's one step above a Montana Love. He's looking flashy against bums and all this good shit. To me, I'm like, well, fuck it. Give him a name. Robert Guerrero talking like he want to make a push. Old man saying he want to, you feel me? I'm just, whoa, Trees, don't tell me it ain't far-fetched, though.
You want some crazy shit.
It ain't crazy, though, but you got to think,
brother. You're talking
about
out of nowhere, you just bust out with Robert Guerrero.
I'm not saying sign him up for the fight. I'm not saying sign him up.
You the first caller out of at least a dozen to even bring up, you the first caller to bring up Guerrero all week.
Listen what I'm saying.
Why is Guerrero on your mind?
Cause been active. Y'all telling me Boots need a name. Cuz at this point, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like Cuz could use a Robert Guerrero. He could use the name. He could use the motherfucking from what I'm hearing, everybody y'all telling me he gonna whitewash everybody at 147. Fuck it, if he gonna whitewash everybody, cool. They not as big of a name as Robert Guerrero.
Bro, Robert Guerrero is not a name, Treese. You out here wilding, man.
But he's not. No, listen. I get what you're saying. He's a bigger name than a motherfucking Cody Crawley or a fucking who else? Stanionis. The fuck. I get what you're saying on the competitive side. You're right. It's gonna be more competitive with the young. You're right. You're accurate as shit. But I'm looking at how these motherfuckers try to get. Oh, he's experienced. He's quote unquote mature. He's been in there with all type of talent from around the world. He's even been in there with Floyd. You feel me? There's no talent that he hasn't seen. He's an old, wily veteran who can provide resistance. It ain't like the man can't take punches, can't take damage or nothing like that. You feel me? I'm just saying. The man Robert Guerrero talk about he want to see what he can do. He talking about he want to challenge himself and see if he can get to a world title. I'm just saying if Robert Guerrero fuck around, string some wins together, fuck it. Why not throw him in there with Boots? Boots need the name. He needs the credibility, like not the credibility because we know he's the truth. Like we know he's good and whatnot. But I'm just saying he could use a name. Fuck it. If Robert Guerrero string another win or two together, fuck it. Throw him the Boots. That's what I'm just saying. It ain't far fetched. You feel me? And because like if he not like to me, the only fight for Boots is Barrios or a Ben. Conor Ben. But to me, if you're going to fight Conor Ben, I feel like Boots need to go ahead and travel to the UK for that fight.
You may feel like it's your time,
But
it's not.
maybe
It's not your time,
Shout out
man.
TVZ.
It's not your
Shout out
time.
Toledo,
You out
Ohio.
here wilding, man. You wilding, bro. Wow, bro. That's how you don't win Caller of the Year, bro. My man brought up Robert Guerrero in 2024, man. I mean, holy shit. Baby Joker cat, you know, counterpunch. I mean, I'm shocked at what I just heard. Yo, wow. Wow. Baby Joker, you there? That was crazy. Oh, man. Bear with us. We waiting for him to connect.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What in the green fuck was Trees talking about?
No, that's certainly some good green he's smoking on.
What the fuck? This is why he didn't win Rookie of the Year. This shit novice talk.
Novice
Fucking
talk.
novice. You should have a novice award next year. What the fuck? Yo, this the same dude to be fucking in here and caping for them Ohio guys, right? Ah, damn. That shit was
Bro,
awful.
he
You let
wasn't
him
even
talk too much.
trolling. He wasn't even trolling. He was dead
No,
ass
he
serious.
wasn't. Yeah, this is the BET guy. He's trying to push that shit. Yo, please chill out, bro. Don't be calling in here when you're not on your fucking senses, dog.
I like that one. The BT guy.
Yo,
He really tried to kick that shit to Bill today. You heard him?
yeah, I like him, but damn, relax. You don't need to see Robert the Ghost Carroll in there, dog. That's fucking nuts. Yo, Nez, don't let him talk too much. He was making my fucking brain hurt.
Bruh,
Like I said,
that
next
was
year
funny.
you gotta come out with that novice award.
Nah, that
Have
was.
a good one, Ness.
You too, bro. That was Trees. You out here being real funny. That was good. That was real good. Let me see what we got, man. We got Emperor Midi, $2. I love this fight for both men. Barrios, no chump. Shushin face, 2 boxing gloves. James Benitez, fat $10 super chat. Baby Joker, Ryan's resume is better. Duno, Fonseca, Fortuna, Campbell are better than Barrios' resume. Barrios' claim to fame is losing to Tank and Thurman and beating Cowboy and a broken Ugas. I mean, but the Ugas win makes his resume better, bro. I mean, did Ugas had already? Yeah, Ugas had already lost that belt, but there was an interim on the line, so at the very least, Ugas is a better former champ than Ryan's former champ in Javier Fortuna. So if you go former champ for former champ, Ryan got a better former champ. And Ryan only lost to Tank by knee. Barrios got knocked out and lost to Thurman. I don't know. It's arguable. $2 super chat. James Benitez right back at us. Shout out to him for all the love today. He says, to all Philly, why he ain't show it against Karen? Damn. Leonardo, excuse me, $5. He says 10th round stoppage is not domination unless he's unless he's styling for 9 rounds untouched and playing with them, Ness. A 3rd round stoppage, KO, asleep is a statement. Okay, I don't know, man. I ain't that greedy because last I checked, we was giving Crawford credit for any knockout he was getting in any round he was getting it in. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh no, you got to do it in a certain round in order to be, taken seriously. I don't know. That ain't gonna cut it for me. I got another $10 from James Benitez. Shout out to Treese. Guerrero, at least, let us believe Boots is a killer more than a Barrios fight. Just a Guerrero fight is less trash. Yo, I'm lost. What are you saying? You rather Guerrero? He says, shout out to Trees. Guerrero at least lets us believe Boots is a killer more than a Barrios fight? He said just a Guerrero fight is less trash. James, you trolling, man. Ain't no way you could want that Robert Guerrero fight over the Barrios fight. Manuel LG, $2. Guerrero versus Boots on BT. Who you know? He said Guerrero versus Boots on BT. You know what the fuck going on. Shout out to Trees. Yo, that's funny. He said, you know what the fuck going on. That's hilarious, Trees. We got the egg. We got D-Mac. He says, these are warm-up fights. Oh, no. Are warm-up fights important for big boxers? Yes. You see, Tank took a tune-up before he fought Ryan, and you see that Parker had 4 fights this year, 3 before he fought Wilder. Bro, I like activity, man. Fuck all that. I would take it, man. I would warm-up fights are important for sure. Fuck, warming up in the back is important. Some of these fighters ain't even doing that. Trees counter.
Yo.
Yo.
Hey, come on now. Damn it, man. This is the shit I'm talking about. See, and you just made my point. Warm-up fights are important. Bingo. Why the fuck can
that's not a warm-up fight.
Why can I build my fighter? No, Ness. No, fuck that. Why can I build my fighter?
Bruh,
damn, why y'all?
Boots
You and Baby
knocks
Joker,
out Guerrero in like one.
Hey, we don't know that. Show me. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Show me. It's the former world.
Okay.
Show me that.
We don't know that. Cool. But if he knocks him out in one, like the rest of the people believe, or 3 or less, like, did he really get a warm-up? Or was the camp more important?
It's a win-win. It's a win-win. It's a win-win. It's a win-win. If he knock him out in one, like quote unquote, we expect him to do, then it just shows, okay, Boots is exactly who the fuck we thought he was. Boom. Now let's put him in with whoever the fuck we expected to see him in there with. You feel me? Boom. And then if he don't win or if he get rounds in there, cool. He get rounds because nobody else then gave the motherfucker rounds. Nobody else then presented a challenge for the motherfucker. And then it's also against a former world champion. That's all I'm saying. Because like, damn, let me build my motherfucking fighter. What's wrong with you niggas, man? The Baby Joker only caught in this motherfucker because he heard Guerrero. Oh shit, that's a Mexican fighter. His motherfucking antenna went off and shit. That's the only reason why he caught in talking that nonsense. Damn, let me breathe, brother. Let me build my motherfucking fighter. You act like we ain't never seen young prospects in here with fossils before. God damn, Ness. Like, cut it off, bro. Let me. You feel
yeah, but why? But why you want to put a killer with a fossil?
How the fuck do we know that he a killer, bro? That's all I'm saying.
My
y'all
bro.
Just told me he looking. Well, no, listen.
My bro, look at the dudes
he
is beating. Look at the dudes he is beating.
Y'all just told me he look. You just told me he looking flashy. Y'all, I just literally heard he looking flashy against quote unquote bum fighters. What the fuck I heard?
I never said that. I'm not
talking, and that's what I'm saying. That's you getting the. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the narrative of the world. You feel me? You shoot me down, but like I told you, bro. Why am I not allowed to build my fighter? Why am I not allowed to put him in there against former world champions
Because
who have been active?
Because if you're trying to build your fighter, you got to also build the sport. You can't.
Brother, how putting him in there against the former world champion, not build against the
My
Mexican
man,
world
the
champion,
dude
not
is
building
irrelevant. The dude is irrelevant.
He just fought on the last Showtime card ever. How is he? I mean, come on.
It was the last Showtime call for the last chance fighters that have like Alzheimer's. Come on, man, they were old.
His name has been out there. No, as much as
Nobody knows his name. Nobody knows his name.
Nobody know Robert Guerrero, bro. That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do.
Yeah.
So nobody knows a former Floyd Mayweather opponent. Come on, brother, don't do that. When Floyd Mayweather was on that run, when he went on on his last little streak, don't do that, man.
No.
Let me build my fighter.
No.
Let me build my fighter.
No. What is wrong? Yo, and this all happened to him when he started hanging with them other dudes. I ain't gonna tell you who and where, but you know what I'm talking about. This is what happens. They start sounding like sheep with the weirdness, and they go away from wanting fights. Is about making they favorite fighter the biggest thing to talk about wherever they talking at. Shit's super weird. Boomerang, Alex Vega, courtesy of Stainless, pound for pound.
Yo, shout out Stainless. But man, we've been getting some really weird calls. First, you get a dude here saying if Boots stops Mario Barrios in 10, they on the same level. And then you get someone else here paying money to talk about Robert Guerrero as a viable opponent.
In
2024. Can he name the last time, 2024, my bad. Can he name the last time Robert Guerrero was in a meaningful fight? What is it? Danny Garcia, 2016?
Leave it to Trees last year versus Berto.
Yeah, against Andre Berto, who hadn't fought in 4 years. And then the fight before that was in 2021 of like August against fucking Victor Ortiz, a guy that fans had given up on like 5 losses ago. Listen, man, him against Barrios is a good fight. Barrios is in his 20s. He just got a fight over a former world champion. If you want to talk about history, I mean, Ugas was in a pay-per-view that was seen as successful with Errol Spence. And that was Errol Spence's last fight before he fought Bud. Like, that's of recent value. Ugas beat Manny Pacquiao, 2-3 years ago. So, I mean, what name does he think rings bells more? Mario Barrios, who was just in a pay-per-view with Tank, or Robert Guerrero, who when was the last time anyone gave a fuck? And Guerrero's not even ranked. Barrios is actually an interim champ, which if you want to go into how that happened, I mean, that's a whole nother ball game, but Barrios is in position for a big fight. Barrios has been talked about being a possible opponent for Conor Benn. Conor Benn actually named him the first fighter, was the first name came out of Conor Benn's mouth when they asked him who may be next, if no Chris Eubank. So Barrios is a hot name in the streets when it comes to welterweight. Boots is seen as the next big thing. It's a fight that makes sense. It's people talk about sides of the street probably still, which we need to kill. But I mean, like I said, the winner of this could be in position for unification with Stanionis Thurman. So this does have good implications, and like you said, it's good for the sport. I think. Do I have Barrios winning? No, but he can be competitive. He's shown that he can compete somewhat against top level, and with seeing the last 2 fights, he's getting better. We'll see who Boots is. I think with this fight, is he elite talent, or is he a guy that still has work to do, like a lot of us felt in the Corinne fight? That's my call, man. Just please stop calling in with bullshit.
All right. Yo, I haven't seen a ticket link for the Belonga fight, right? See no tickets for that yet. Let's see what we got. Wagwan days.
That's Wagwan, my Dominican brethren.
Chillin'.
Yo, I mean, bro, my boy Boots got to be feeling like Tyrese right now. Like, what more do you want from me? I mean, god damn, bro. I mean, it's bro.
I remember
the man's been calling out Crawford. Crawford don't want to fight him because it's not a draw. He only wants big fights. Okay, cool. The nigga want to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman don't want to fight him because it's not a draw. Okay, cool. So what's wrong with him fighting Barrios for the belt that he just got off of Ugas? I mean, he only has 2 losses against Keith and Tank. You feel me? He did a damn good job against Ugas, almost knocked him out. I mean, it's a good name on his resume, bruh. I can't believe in 2024 we got the PBC cheerleaders asking for Boots to fight a 40-year-old Robert Guerrero. Like, bruh, that's how we gonna start the TBV universe off in 2024. Niggas calling for that. I mean, Ness, you should have.
Yo,
As soon as you said that, you should have dropped the call.
Toledo,
Like,
Ohio. You know what the fuck going on?
I mean, come on, man. Like, he's clearly a PBC fanboy. That's why Showtime Boxing went out of business because of dumbass niggas like that, bruh. Like, you're so used to
You mean
PBC
matchmaking
putting,
like that? Matchmaking like that?
yeah, matchmaking. Like, come on, bro. Like, I can't believe that he even thought about that.
Me
Like,
neither. Me
out of
neither.
all the
Yo,
people,
his excuse is let him build his fighter though.
nah, bro. The only place we need to see Robert Guerrero is on a goddamn golf course, my nigga. That's it.
Ah!
We don't need to see him in the ring no more after that performance against Andre Berger, bro. Them niggas, both of them niggas look old and sloppy and nasty, bro. That shouldn't even have been on the last card. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I like this matchup for Boots, man. I don't see the problem. Like I said, it's building his resume. It's a solid name. He's getting a belt, right? And I think they should put it on the Spence and Crawford rematch undercard, bro. Put that as the co-main event. You feel me?
Yep,
If
yep.
Boots want to keep pressing Crawford, walk in the ring and press that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Try to press that nigga and see if that'll give you the fight. If not, just move up to 154. But that's my call, Ned. Salute the TVV. I'm out. Let's get it.
You the man, champ. You the man. Let's see. Who is next? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, ladies and gents. Absolutely free. Helps with the visibility. Uh-oh. Is this? Yep, it's Mr. Robert
You may feel like
Guerrero.
it's your time,
What
but
up?
it's not your time.
What up, though? What up, though? Hey, shout out CYP. I just want to say, motherfuckers been on here calling me nuts and illogical, and I'm dumb, and I'm just talking out my ass and whatnot. But I just want you motherfuckers to look on paper no. I want you motherfuckers to realize the fact that on paper, Robert Guerrero has been more active than Keith Thurman, who you motherfuckers keep calling in and clamoring for Boots to fight. The fuck is wrong with y'all?
Ooh.
Robert Guerrero has literally been more active than Keith Thurman, my fucking guy. In the last 2 years, he's had more fights and been in the ring more often and more regularly than your man's Keith Thurman. Who the fuck y'all keep calling in here and telling me Boots needs to try to get a Keith Thurman fight? The fuck? That's a name. That's a name. He's a champ. He's a former world champ. The same shit that I keep calling in and telling y'all I'm fucking saying. But then when Boots beat the fuck out of Keith Thurman, y'all gonna tell, Keith Thurman was old.
But the question,
quote unquote inactive. Y'all gonna say he been quote unquote inactive.
But champ, the question is
that not what y'all gonna say?
The question is, do you think Keith Thurman and Guerrero are on the same level today? And then the secondary question is, do you think?
My point, Ness. My point, Ness.
The question is, do you think that?
I literally don't know that.
Do you think that Keith Thurman, or who presents more of a challenge to Boots, Thurman or Robert Guerrero?
All I know is, listen, Ness.
Okay. Y'all don't like answering them.
In all sincerity, I don't. Listen. All I know is. I'm telling you, I don't know. But the motherfucker, the Robert Guerrero been more active than Keith Thurman. Last time I done checked, both of them won their last fight, quote unquote. But motherfucking Robert Guerrero's was more recent than Keith Thurman's. That's all I know. And in the last 2 years, Robert Guerrero fought 3 times. Keith Thurman fought 1 time. That's all I know. I'm just saying, my guy. Can my nigga get? What's wrong with me putting a willing, active former world champion in the ring with a fucking guy who I'm trying to we are trying to build as a community. What the fuck is wrong with that? Am I like I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm making a little bit of I get it. It sounds far fetched and I get it. It sounds terrible out loud. I get it. But when we look at the fucking facts and when we look at the paper, damn, Robert Guerrero has been quote unquote trying to make a little run. He's fighting. He's trying to get back active. He is out here. He is more active than Keith Thurman. Damn, I guess Trees do got a point. He is more active than Keith Thurman. But we gonna look past that and we gonna say that Robert Guerrero is fucking washed and old and all that good shit, even though he clamoring for this type of opportunity. The fuck do y'all want from me? My bad, bro.
Let them let Guerrero and Thurman get a rematch.
And I said,
It's your time.
and that's my point.
But
That
it's
I
not
had
your
already
time.
said that. I said if Robert Guerrero strings a couple wins together, why can we not throw him in there with? I said string some wins together. I already said that. Motherfuckers look past what I said though. They just heard Robert Guerrero want to chew a nigga up. The shit is not like it don't make sense. If he get 1 or 2 wins in 2024, fuck it, give him the boot.
That's the time,
and I
Champ.
stand on it.
I hear you, Champ. I hear you. Tip Bellis, man. What up? Tip Bellis. What up? What up? James Benitez counter.
Yo, Tip scared to come off mute again, man? What's going on?
I don't know. He ain't got the juice.
There, man. That nigga there. Hey, man, I'm in full agreement with Treese, man. Like, bro, let's think about it, man. Like Robert Guerrero, man, his past 2 wins are bigger than anything that Boots has done on his resume. Robert Guerrero is currently calling out Boots Ennis right now. Robert Guerrero, at this point in time, I mean, he is more active than goddamn Keith Thurman, so it might be a 50-50 fight at this point, man. Also, on top of that, man, Robert Guerrero just retired. He just retired 2 fighters and re-retired one of them guys, man. You know, Boots actually probably saw that shit firsthand, man. Saw what the fuck he did to Berto. I mean, I'm just saying, dog. Like, let's keep it a bean. You know, Guerrero is still a threat, even at his age, man. Like, I don't give a fuck what you can sell me anything you want on this Barrios kid or whatever, man. He cool, he decent fighter, but he'll pinata. Like I said earlier in my super chat, man. Guerrero actually showing that he actually not only he has heart and still going through all the fights that he's been through and everything, he's still trying to be a champion. He's still in this shit for the love of the sport, man. Boots, on the other hand, man, he already been crowned too fucking early. I think an old dog like that will give him a great test and probably will actually push him to the fucking limit. And we really see what he really is, man. Really see if he's really the goods or not. I don't think we were really going to get much from the Barrios fight, to be honest, man. I'd rather see Guerrero. And I'm standing on that. Man, shout out to Treese for actually saying it, man, because a lot of niggas think shit, but they scared to speak it. But you stand on it, man. I appreciate you, Treese. And we ain't craziness. Sometimes we just go against the norm. I'm out.
Leo counter.
What up, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Man, what I mean about the 10 rounds is like, man, if it's a competitive fight for 10 rounds, that doesn't show that he's dominant. We're talking about domination. Boots fans look at Boots like he's the next Jesus Christ of boxing. Like he's just far ahead of the competition. I think Barrios would give him a good fight. I think it'd be a competitive fight. I think that Ennis will have to rely on a knockout for the win. He's Guerrero is slow-footed, come at you fighter. That's perfect for Boots. I mean, that's a punching bag for him, man. It's just maybe 5 years ago, but right now Guerrero, these guys just, you know, they want someone for Boots to look great against, and we want to see Boots challenge. I mean, the Clayton fight is when everybody started going crazy about him because everybody was going crazy about Clayton, you know. But I mean, Boots, who's out there in 47? Crowley. I mean, Stanionis. I mean, there's people to fight that Boots could be looking great against if he's really the goods. I mean, to me, any fighter that goes 10 rounds with another fighter, that shows that it was a competitive fight and they were on the same level, 10 rounds, you know. dominant fights are over in two to three rounds, Ness. I mean, I don't know what we're talking about unless we're talking about defensive fighters like Mayweather and Haney that live on a jab, and Boots don't live on a jab. Boots is there to put you away. I mean, I don't know what's hard to understand. I mean, if you saw Spence and Bud go 10 rounds and it was a competitive fight, you wouldn't be saying Bud dominated. You'd be saying it was a competitive fight, warmed down finally, and yeah, he's the better fighter, but you're not going to say he's completely dominant because then there's 10 rounds where he could have got caught. You know? It's like the first 1-2 rounds and you just battering your opponent, that's domination. People just call anything domination these days as long as if the guy that you like wins, you'd be like, oh, he dominated. No, he didn't. And for all we know, what happens if Ennis hits Mario with his best shot and he don't fall and he gets the Wilder syndrome and he starts backing up like, oh, shit, he ain't falling, he's still coming forward. You know? He didn't look like the boxing god against Villa, man. I don't know what the hell people are talking about, man.
Now I hear you. I mean, he looked good to me though in that fight.
Yeah, good, but great. They look great.
I mean, look, bro. I mean, how many people look great? Crawford looked great in this last fight. It's not all the time.
Yeah, but people talk about this man like he's great.
But he does look dominant, champ.
Wow, man, I don't see it. I gotta see it. I gotta see it against quality.
I hear you, champ. That's the bell. Let me see what we got here. Throw a brick.
Yo, Ness.
What up, bro?
What's up, bro? Like, I don't know what these dudes talking about. Like, Barrios versus Boots, that's a good fight for Boots. Boots, he don't really need no old fighters. Like, he don't need Keith Thurman. He don't need those guys. He don't need none of that. Boots the real deal. He looked impressive versus Villa. He stopped him on top of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what these dudes looking at when they looking at boxing, but if they can't see Boots is the real deal and something different, like they gotta put some glasses on or something. But it's like this the year that people need to start getting in the ring with Boots, so he can show everybody what he really doing. Like, I'm out of Philly. That's where I live. I'm from Philly, born and raised, so I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But Boots don't need no who they said they needed him to fight next?
Robert Guerrero.
That's crazy, bro.
That's a waste of time.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, that's so crazy for them to say. Even, it's like Barrios is in his prime. Like, he's on the up climb, he's on the win streak. It's like, why not Mario Barrios? That's a good fight for Boots. Boots gonna show everybody what it is. He ain't gonna crack him and then back up like no Wilder and none of that. Like, Boots the real deal. He's sharp as attack. Always been sharp as attack. So it's like, once he start getting these guys in the ring, you'll see. Like, it's not a fluke that he was calling out Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford and those guys, because he know he's on that type of level of those guys. He just had to get somebody in the ring to show it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, these calls are all recorded. So once this stuff play out, it's like, yo, like, dude's gonna have to come get the crow for sure. Like, but that's my call, man. I mean, salute.
All right. We got King Rari.
Yo, Ness, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
How you feeling, baby? How you doing? Happy New Year to you, my brother.
Likewise. Can't complain. How about yourself?
Hey, man, I'm blessed to see another day, man. Blessed to hear another great episode of the Boxing Voice, man. Y'all like, y'all subscribe, y'all thumbs up the videos, man. Y'all share, y'all retweet, get this thing going, man. We're trying to turn it up live, 2024. But I got like a three-part question. Ness, my first question to you would be, who do you see winning between Boots and Barrios?
Boots.
Okay. My second question would be, do you feel like Boots will ever get a fair shake at 147? Because we know Crawford got the remaining of the belts, and we know right now the main two people everybody care about in the division is Crawford and Spence. But Crawford already said
It's
he's not
gonna
fighting
take
Boots.
time, man. Like I think y'all rushing it as Boots fans. Look how long it took Crawford to be the man. He been saying he was the man. His fans been sounding like y'all, like, oh, he could beat everybody. Y'all just don't want to give him a shot. PBC's fight is scared. It took mad years though. If you add it up, like when he got up to 47 to fight uh Jeff Horn, and when he actually got the fight with Earl, it was a hella long time. So like Boots just got here. He just got here. Like he been in the division, but he just got on television. Like again, people saying that he only fought one former world champ. He hasn't even fought a current champ. So it's like there's hella time for him to make a name and get credit for the welterweight division. He could still undispute that division. Them belts gonna get vacant. He could go pick them up.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I agree. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. I feel like, just based off some of the calls, everybody's saying he ain't really fought no level of competition. But I feel as though once Crawford and Spence get it on and Crawford vacate them belts, I mean, what is the excuse if Boots go get them all? Then it's gonna be okay. Well, would it be Crawford vacated, and because of that, the belts went to people who, yeah, they got them because they was next in line to fight for them because they was vacant. But
Yeah,
were they
you gonna get
really
some of that for
people?
sure. Some of that's gonna happen because, like, you know, other people in line, other promoters waiting and making calls and petitions. So you gonna get some of them belts for other places, but he's still good. He's still, like, what's he the biggest name? If Earl,
Facts,
if
facts,
Earl,
facts.
if Earl and the other dude, Bud move up, Virgil already moved up. Connor is in this. I'm a big name. I could fight anybody I want. So he fighting at welterweight, but he could fight at 59 tomorrow versus Eubank. So Boots is the welterweight name. Like it's gonna be his
Okay.
job to get the belts, and hopefully he got a spot where he could be a hometown draw. Because I think the last time he only did like 3,000 or
All
something
right.
like
My
that.
my next question gonna be a little sideways off topic a little bit. But do you think with if Boots dog walk Barrios or knock him out or stop him, do you think that sort of messes up Devin's plan due to the fact you already interviewed Keith? Keith said he not fighting Devin. That's a name off the list. If Boots dog walk Barrios, then it's gonna be like nobody gonna want that fight. Barrios off the list. Um, do you feel like that'll put more pressure on Devin having to fight Matias or Tio? Because we know he got the Ryan fight coming up. Cool, for sure.
Yeah,
We know
I
that's
don't think
guaranteed.
Devin going up to 47 anytime soon, though. Like, I don't think whatever Boots do, I get it. You saying like, is he going to kind of
Is Boots winning gonna
scaring him
deteriorate?
away?
They yeah,
Yeah, scare
yeah.
him away. I just don't think that it's Boots. I think they not trying to go to 47.
Okay. And that I was hearing a little bit of the earlier show. I just couldn't really call in. But it's crazy folks be on that man, and the man didn't even change his name legally. But bro, the boxing community is just so funny to hear grown men judging so rather they against Devin or they against Boots or whoever. It's just
You may
crazy that
feel like it's your
people
time,
be judging these
but it's
dudes
not
so
your time.
hard, and these dudes put this work in and get to where they at, bro. I understand these folks ain't giving y'all what y'all may have wanted, but half of these folks ain't putting in no work with their real life to even get on that platform to have folks even want you to do something with yourself. The way they be jumping down these boxers' throats, bro, it's crazy, man.
Champ,
But you,
that was the bell, man. I was trying to give you a second to pause because I ain't want to cut you, but like, definitely got hella callers. We got hella callers. Let's see. Bear with us. We do have a lot of callers, so we're gonna get to everybody one by one. Got James cutting the line. Talk to me. JB. You on mute.
Yo, you hear me, Ness? You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, niggas just got to be quicker with putting their thoughts into words, man. I got free time tonight, man, so that's why I'm just throwing all these counter punches and showing you love, man. It's the least I could do. All right, man. Now on the Boots, man. Okay, Boots, man. Boots been in he been a welterweight fighter since 2016. So I mean, bruh, if you was managing any fighter, man, and been in the division that long, Ness, don't you think he should have at least had a name or two on his resume if he really wasn't good?
Nah, he do
You say
got
that about a
names
lot of
though.
fighters. You say that about a lot of fighters, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like you was just saying about like you saying that about the Mason kid.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Boots got.
Like that, if he was really like that, he would have been going in
But he
better
do got names. That's what I'm telling you. Like
earlier
he fought Mike Arnudis a long time ago. That's a common opponent with Danny Garcia. He fought Raymond Serrano a long time ago.
Come on, my nigga. Serrano. All right, man. Only the female Serranos are good, man.
I'm just giving you names that he fought, man. You said he would have fought somebody. I'm showing you he did.
Right. It is what it is, man. Look, man, Boots ain't the good, man. So what I'm pretty much saying is, man, all
Clayton,
the tests that Devin
bro, listen. Hold on.
Shit, man. Clayton
Hold on.
Like, bro, Ness, if you was a heavyweight from Nova Scotia, man, you would have probably been an Olympian too for that little small ass.
Listen.
What's up, Ness?
He beat I.E. Bruce. That's a common opponent with former world champ Ishai Smith. He beat Mike Arnudis, Raymond Serrano, Bakatir Ayabov, Juan Carlos Abregu. He stopped Abregu.
Okay.
Abregu then moves up to 54 and fights the dude that killed somebody in Conwell and doesn't get stopped. He fights Chris Van Heerden. He was winning that fight, stopped on a headbutt. He knocks out former champ Lipinets, knocks out Delorme, knocks out Castillo, goes 12 with Karen, knocks out Villa. Like, yo, you wilding right now. That's hella decent.
You want to give fighters the Eastside Cruz Award, man. They still lose the fight, but they survive a fight. Man, come on, we can't be doing that shit. The motherfuckers ain't really no names, man. And like even people try to give them credit for the Villa win. Villa could have arguably lost the fight, and definitely in the fans' eyes and shit like that. Rashidi still won, even with the fucking knockdowns, in my opinion. And he was a fucking no name. He was supposed to really just be like a little just a tune-up or whatever. So he really just surprised the apple cart. And with that being said, with him being like an unranked fighter and shit, and then going 10 with Boots, doesn't mean that Boots really is the goods, man.
Who's unranked? Villa?
Villa was not ranked high. He was not ranked high before the Rashidi fight. He jumped up the rank.
But he didn't fight him before Rashidi. He fought him after Rashidi.
That's what I'm saying. He just got recognition for an upset win. That's it. Because Rashidi ain't have no legs and no chin really. All Rashidi had to do was just stay away from goddamn getting hit. He would have won that fucking fight free and clear. And then I probably would have felt better about Rashidi because he's more notable in the boxing community. Whereas Villa is just a goddamn, it's an upset win that gets fuck around and get pummeled. But end of the day, he did last longer than what most of us expected. So Boots really ain't that, in my opinion. I'll let you know.
Wow. I mean, I know you hating on purpose. Chad, Canada, what up?
Hey, Ness. Shout out to James Benitez, man. He's a good guy. I like James. Anyways, I just call you really wrapped up, touched some good stuff with Boots that I kind of wanted to say. Like, I agree that he needs to prove much still, Boots. A lot that needs to be proved still at the higher levels of the sport. We know it. Most people know it. Most people acknowledge it. But at the same time, you can't, like, he's in this weird he exists in this weird space. Like, he hasn't proven himself on that level yet, but we kind of see he's the goods. And I feel like 75% of what gets discussed about Boots can be like stream back to his career and what looks like to me like the mystery of, is it a mystery though? Is it as simple as high risk, low reward with Boots? Is it that simple? Is it politics?
I
I
mean,
mean, it looks to me at this point.
according to Crawford, yeah, he said he didn't bring enough to the table.
Yeah, I mean, for Crawford's specific scenario, I mean, he's at the end and wants to get some big cash fights with his titles, and that's fair, man. Like that's been the tradition in boxing. You have the belts, you squeeze the juice, much of the juice as you can, man. And he's probably only got a couple fights left. But here's the thing. I mean, we can go around in circles with who should Boots fight. And as far as his resume goes, he's definitely got some solid people on his resume. And I feel like he's got a bit of, like, people were talking about experienced fighters. Well, you just named, like, Abreu, Van Heerden, Delorme. Whether we like it or not, those guys brought experience to the ring. It's just he tapped those asses, man. What do you want to do? And I feel like, too, with Boots, I don't know how many fights, but a lot of his early career, it wasn't accessible. There was like small club shows, local club shows.
But that's because his father,
people
that was his father's choice. Remember, Boots was a smaller amateur. His father decided to build him into a welterweight, so they gave him those club shows purposely to help him grow into the division. Now, look, people call him the biggest welterweight out there, right? So everything was strategic. What people see as club shows, they were being strategic, building him up. Remember, him and Gary Antoine Russell had a fight in the amateurs, you know what I mean? Like, he was cool with Shakur and Devin. Like, he was smaller. They built him up.
Yeah, I'm glad you touched on all that, but I didn't say that disparagingly, man, like, at all. I'm just saying that it's hard to look like a lot of those fights. I don't even think they're on YouTube, and it was kind of like, for a lot of casual fans, he kind of just popped up out of nowhere, he's a bit of an anomaly like that. But speaking of his strength, like, I just wanted to touch on one other thing. I wanted to just break down a little about, I said I think Boots can get the KO, but I feel like that has a lot to do with how Barrios will fight this fight and his strategy and plan. I think Barrios will go for it, and I think Boots will be willing to take a certain amount of shots, maybe from a certain range, just because the power isn't always there for Barrios, and I think that the opportunity will present itself. But I think Barrios will come at him, will come at him hard. You there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Yeah, sorry. I just the phone sometimes, man. Anyway, yeah, man. I feel like it's a reflection on Barrios too, though. That the fact that Boots might get a KO, and that said, I think it'll be an exciting fight. I see it going that way. That's what I see happening from it. So I know James Benitez is like the opposite end. So tonight we're gonna disagree, bro. That's kind of all I wanted to add, man. Thanks,
All
Ness.
right, Chad, you're the man. I got Sadan with the...
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Joining the prospect level. Welcome, Sadan. You should consider upgrading to that champ level so you can be part of our betting show and make that money back versus just supporting. Cut West, member for 1 month on that champ level. Just showing love, no words. RRT Boxing with Mr. A right back at us, another 5. He says, if that happens, Boots will have to defend undisputed to cement it better at least 3 times. Hashtag Hardin. 4 faces in the cloud of Hardin smoke. I don't get why you need Boots to defend the belts 3 times. Like, he's not getting a shot like Devin. So why would he have to defend them that many times? Like, if he goes and collects them, why he needs to defend undisputed? James Benitez, $2. He said he didn't even beat Van Heerden. They need to run it back. But he was he was on track for that. That was a headbutt clash. Van Heerden was a good guy, but, I don't know what James wants. Like, for real, I certainly see. Someone just hit me, said Charlo was clear to the charges. I wonder how I wonder if that means that his wife dropped the charges because with the video, audio, I'm shocked how that got dropped because he said some crazy shit on that tape. Let me double check this. Looks like up next, Chad counterpunch whenever you're available, courtesy of James Benitez. We got Juan in Houston. What up? If you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and do so. We at 187,183, so we need about 800 and some change to get to that next goal of 188,000. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. Be a friend. Tell a friend to subscribe. Huang in Houston, can you take yourself off mute?
Yo.
Here.
Man, I'm glad they made this fight. I had said this before too, that I thought that's who Boots needed, was someone like Mario Barrios. But you know what's crazy? I want to give Chad, the dude from Canada, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to give him a shot because he said something that, the way he put it, when he was talking about, he's like in this weird, Boots is like in this weird space. You know, like he's in this weird place, you know, like, not that he just came out of nowhere, but it's like, bro, you this deep into your welterweight career, you know, and you really ain't fought nobody. And I ain't hating, you know, when you say that, it ain't gotta be like a hating thing. Just like, so I'm glad that now we have someone has a matchmaker has given you a match like this. This is what you need. This is a proven guy. He's fought top competition. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is a good fight. But, you know, I'm be honest, because Bud's gone out of 147. Right now, 147 is kind of, it's like, who you got over there, really? You know what I'm saying? Les Hobbs, Alexis Rocha. You know, these guys, they're good, but they ain't great. Ain't Virgil fighting this weekend?
Not at 47.
What's he fighting at?
54 debut.
Oh, man. I didn't know that.
He left the division, player.
Well, fuck, you see, there it goes where my point I was going. It's like, what do you really, I mean, Josh Taylor needs to move up soon.
Bro, but you
can't make one.
create your own legacy. Why leave? T.O. coming up soon. Dudes will come up. Like, if you chase 54, them dudes gonna move up. Them dudes gonna try to fight each other because they got names. They gonna look at Boots like, you know, he gonna have to fight Jesus Ramos, and Jesus Ramos gonna want to fight him.
Nah, but he ain't got to go up to 54. I ain't saying that. Really, he good at 47. He just need to start fighting some names. That's what I'm saying. Even, you know, he should fight somebody like Blair Cobbs. Blair Cobbs ain't no big name, but he's not a bum. I know people, you know, that ain't just the most knowledgeable boxing guys. You say Blair Cobbs, they know who he is. They know who Alexis Roach is, you know, and so he got to start fighting these guys.
I mean, Blair is possible. He's a free agent. Rocha's still with Golden Boy.
Yeah, and Conor Ben. Who's Conor Ben with?
Matchroom.
DAZN, right? Yeah,
Yep.
Matchroom, I mean.
He fight February 2nd, I believe.
Well, there goes the PBC, man. Where's all your 147s at?
They moving up. But some new ones is coming. That's what I'm saying.
Feel like it's your time.
You know what I mean? We got hella 140s that's gonna be coming up. Taylor. I feel like T.O. in not too long. We got James Benitez. He says $2. Guerrero's last. All right, I guess he meant Guerrero lasts longer than Lipinets and Van Heerden. Okay. Shout out James. Trolling at his finest. That's trolling at his finest. Tip Bellis, what up?
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with Twitter, bro. Twitter be tweaking. Yeah, what up, Ness, man? Hey, yo, we gotta stop letting guys like James Benitez on the show, bro. Like,
Whoa.
dude, yeah. I'm sorry, bro. There's a reason why I let him go first. Cause James be saying some off the wall shit that just nobody pays attention to. So it's best I let him get it off. You know what I'm saying, before I go. But yeah, talking about the Roman Villa win wasn't a good win. Hey, you must not have seen the Boca Chica fight, bro. Like, I don't know what this guy be talking about. And then the follow up to Boca Chica where with a Rashidi Ellis. I mean, I did think Rashidi won the fight, but it is what it is. It was a close enough fight that, you know what I'm saying, you could swing it either way because Romain did pick it up in the second half of the fight, whereas Rashidi was slowing down. So I mean, it just is what it is. Boots did his thing against Villa. But I think for Boots, man, I did call this fight like last year. I said this is a fight that I want to see, but I think it's too soon for them to fight. After getting vacant titles, I think it's just too soon.
Well,
I
only
do.
one got a vacant. Boots got elevated. Barrios is still intern.
Well, Barrios gonna get elevated basically.
It
You know
all
what I'm saying?
depends on when they strip Crawford, right? So far,
Yeah,
nothing yet.
yeah, but
And we
the
don't know
thing
when this
is,
fight's being announced. But you're right. It could end up being for a real unification depending when that stripping happened.
yeah, this is the one problem I'm having. Barrios lost to Thurman with the what was his eliminator fight for the WBC,
Yeah, but
and then he fought.
tip. You got to be able to separate, like, Barrios is a fighter. Thurman ain't.
Yeah,
Barrios
but
taking
what I'm
shorter.
saying,
No, you got to get my point where I'm coming from. Barrios
okay.
taking smaller offers to stay relevant and active. Thurman ain't. Like, you about to say you ain't cool with him being elevated when he lost to Thurman, but that's Thurman's fault that he ain't fight since then.
Nah,
Barrios, on the other
I'm
hand,
cool with
he out here
Nah, I'm cool with it.
active.
Cool with it because you're right. Barrios is active. Nah, what I'm saying is I want to see Barrios build a little, just like two fights at least. You know what I'm saying? We could get two fights at least from both of them, and hopefully have a third by the end of this year. And they can get that activity. You know what I'm saying? Just
So
build your profile and make it.
who you want Barrios to fight before he
Uh,
fight Boots? Let's hear this shit.
let me see. Let me see. Let me go. Can I talk on about? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, bet. Because I was just on Box Live. I do want y'all to look up another dude coming up. And for everybody in the live chat and watching the stream, unless you probably know Derek Cuevas, right?
Puerto Rican?
I think so, 47 pounder.
Puerto Rican?
I don't know if
From Florida?
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, he been
Yeah.
boxing for a minute though.
But
His
do it
career
feel like
kind of
it's your
like
time?
not
But
moving
he
as fast as
look,
it
it's
should.
the perfect time for him to have an upsurge. So he gonna be one of those names coming up.
Yo,
He
you
gonna
a
be one of those names
hipster.
coming up.
Do you classify as a hipster? As a boxing hipster?
Nah, what you mean? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
as a,
you popping out with Derek Cuevas last week. It was Gary Antoine Russell. It's like
hey, listen, I'm just getting the people
that's the
prepared
bell.
for names that they should be looking for. You know?
I mean, them sound like harder core names than hardcore names. Like that's why I said, are you a boxing hipster? Like, do you want to be that guy that be like, yo, I put y'all on him? And you do sound like that. I do remember your call where you was like, it's crazy. I've been said so and so. I've been said this style. I've been said that. And now, these guys getting the credit because they said it with, more entertaining than you. So I don't know. Maybe you are a boxing hipster, champ. Maybe because that's a hipster ass fight. My man said Derek Cuevas. I bet you nobody knows that dude, and I'm pretty sure Derek got a loss. Like I know him because I just been doing it for so long. But like I'm pretty sure Derek already suffered a loss. He don't have a big name um trainer or nothing. Baby Joker, where you at? I don't see you. You're not over there either. All right, baby Joker, I don't see you. Let's go out to Hollister. What up, Jonathan?
How you doing this evening?
I'm good, man. How are you? Happy New Year, man. Hope all is well.
Turned 67. I mean 76 on Christmas Day. Hey, but that's okay. Hey, I'm saying Boots, bro. Boots all day long. Mario Barrios, he ain't going to touch him. I know who Mario Barrios. I seen him. I mean, I watched him. I watched him over at the Virgil Hunter gym. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I don't see what people see in that kid. All right, and as far as Boots not fighting nobody, those guys are delusional. Whoever they're, because Boots have been fighting people, pretty badass people too. I mean, some sluggers, and anybody that didn't watch the last Villa fight, that fight there alone, right there, he did the robot. What do you mean he didn't do a show? Come on, people, watch that fight at least 3 times, then you're gonna love it. And hey, Team Trouble 1, bro. My little fighter, man. He's going to be 6'1". I mean, he's not going to be. He is 6'1". He's walking around at 151 or maybe 155. He's a monster. And when we go to Las Vegas, we do battle against Kevin Johnson. Couldn't touch him. I mean, I'm not bullshitting nobody either. He couldn't touch him. We did some battle with Keyshawn Davis.
Damn,
we had
Kevin's
him in
the
corner.
sparring partner king out here.
Yeah, he couldn't touch us. You ask him about the little Mexican that came from Hollister, how we move. We don't move like your regular Mexican fighter, champ.
Mm.
We're not a rock'em sock'em type of dudes. We are elusive. We definitely elusive. Man, my son is a different type of trainer. People don't know it because he's modest, just like Boise Ennis. No one knows his son because he's quiet. He's modest. He's not your Bill Haney. Bill Haney's a great promoter, man. That's the wizard right there. I love that dude, how he promotes that boy. Now, Boise's not like that. You got 2 different personalities, just like my son. All these trainers are different, just like Kelvin Ford. They're all cool, man. And they just, I don't know, man. I've been watching, but I think Boots is going to destroy Mario if he gets in there with him. I don't think he'll last 2 rounds. I guarantee it. Not even 2 rounds.
Damn.
No way. Now, and then Robert Guerrero, come on, he didn't want to. He was getting ready to fight Berto. He called us up and he wanted to get some work from Trouble, and he didn't even show up, champ. Come on, that dude, he's an old dude. I love him. I know his family and all that, but he just ain't got what he. Ya está viejo, es viejo, es viejito. ¿Tú sabes? Es viejito, es todo. Hey, champ, I love that heavyweight show down there in Saudi. Saudi's the future, bro.
Yeah.
Showtime's bye-bye. I know you got sad about Showtime, so did I, but you know what? We got to move, man. We got to move with the groove. Hey, payday, that's what we're looking at. Payday. Somebody goes, well, you just want that payday. Well, no shit. We're in the business of prize fighting, you dumb motherfuckers. Wake up. That's why we elusive. We're not about getting hit. We're about cashing checks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just 1 and 1 is, 2, and 2 and 2 is 4. Why you want to deviate from that? So anyway, Nest, I just wanted to tell you, man, you work hard, bro. You do. You work in the morning, you work in the evening, you put your show on. I missed you for 4 days. I didn't see you for 4 days, but I figured you were with the fam.
Nah,
and,
man, we had I don't know, we suffered some sort of YouTube violation, so we couldn't go live for 7 days.
The fuck them people, man. Hey, like Bill says, you're the voice of the people, man. Bill's got it down. You know how Bill is. I'm telling you, that guy's. I look at the way he promoted that son of his, man. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And look what Dev does, though. He's a great fighter, champ. But Boots is coming, man. And Dev do not want to go to 147. He shouldn't do that. He shouldn't. He should just leave Boots alone. I'm telling you, Boots is a different type of animal, man. He's not what everybody thinks. His father's quiet. Boots is kind of modest. They're not all boisterous. They're not wearing, they're just not that way, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say, but I know personal experiences with them. My son going over there and training with them, and my son training with Devin and training with Robert Guerrero. We've trained with a lot of different people, man. I've watched a lot of people.
But it's
I'll
not
let
your
you go,
time.
champ. The bell rang.
You got it, champ. Appreciate you as always, Jonathan Hollister. Stand up. James Benitez keeping us with the super chats. Appreciate you, champ. Up first, Tip Bellis, $2. Crowley, Jamal James, Avanesian, and Brona. Those are the names that he wants for Mario Barrios, I'm assuming. And you see why we got a problem with Tip? Like, so Mario Barrios, maybe it's because he lost to Tank by knockout and lost to his favorite fighter, Thurman, by decision, which makes it okay for Tip to see 3 non, A-class fighters, let's say. Crowley's yet to prove that. James failed versus what is it? Bakatit? No, fuck was the dude that beat James? You know what I'm talking about. He's pretty dirty, that fucker. But Avanesian just got stopped, and Broner is, arguably washed up. Right? So I know it's going to sound bad when I say this because we're going to go back to what people like to call this channel, but this is why I call it the Haney voice. This man calls in every day to tell us Haney's ducking Gary Antoine Russell. And that Devin, who fought Kambosos in the first fight to undispute the titles, Kambosos in the second fight to fulfill his obligation to the rematch, Loma in the next, and Regis, those were the routes of easy fights. Bill handpicked those guys. Cody Crowley, Jamal James, and Avanesian and Brona is not handpicked. Those are good styles, according to him. This is all sarcasm I'm giving you. I just don't understand some of these guys. You got Treese. He'll call in and say, let's get Roberto Guerrero. Now you got my boy Tip talking about, let's get. He said, I don't want Barrios boots right now. Before you give me Barrios boots, he said he want Cody Crowley at Barrios, Barrios Jamal James, Barrios David Avanesian, and Barrios Adrian Broner. Shout out to Tip, man. I don't know if he thought we weren't gonna catch that shit. Oh, and don't forget, he said this guy, like I said, I knew this guy had a loss already. He said this is a good fight for Barrios. None of y'all know this man. I'm telling you, I know this man because I literally, when I tell you I don't watch nothing else, I don't watch nothing else, man. Like, then I say, yo, this dude Puerto Rican, yo, this dude is from Florida. Like, I know this man. And I say, yo, I think he got a loss. Look, I forgot the draw. This who he want Mario Barrios fight. He's telling you, I'm a hardcore. I don't want to see him fight Boots Ennis. I want to see him build his profile, and he going to do that with Derek Cuevas. And I love Tip, man. This shit would be so boring without guys like Tip. And I ain't even saying that in a joking, man. Like, bro, if it, that shit is like, that's some unthinkable shit. Shout out, man. Baby Joker Counter, what up?
Oh, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Mis antenitas de vinil están detectando muchos pendejos esta noche.
I exactly agree. I mean, the last
Pero
call.
que no prenda el único, mi amigo. Porque ahorita lo vengo a deshacer. First off, you know what the fuck going on. Hey, I have to question the people that nominated this dude for fucking Rookie of the Year. I don't know what the fuck y'all motherfuckers listening to. Tip, you saying you telling Ness not to lay Jay Benitez on the show anymore? You're the same dude that was fucking crying because you didn't win Hater of the Year award. That shit is so fucking funny. The Hollister dude. Me gustó cuando dijo viejito que Robert Guerrero está viejito, pero Por el tono de tu voz, si Robert está viejito, tú estás ancianito, mi amigo.
No, hell yeah, he's a grandfather, bro. He's got a
Yeah.
he's the grandfather. His son is the trainer, and the son's son is the fighter.
Have you seen his
Yes.
Trouble
His
fight before?
Trouble. We've seen him spar Devin and a few other big names here in Vegas. Yeah, and he
That's
went
nice.
he went to Bosie's gym for a week. Nah, they definitely traveling for that work. They taking page out of Devin's book.
That's dope. But yeah, man, God, these callers are horrible. Their takes are fucking wild. I mean, the homie Jay Benitez, wanted to shit on the fight on his first call, but this is the same dude that wanted Haney to move up to fight Barrios. Like, I don't get it. Are you mad because Barrios getting the fight before Haney? And now you're gonna have your Haney boy just fucking pick up scraps? Like a Ryan? Like a possible Rolly? And now Barrios, he's if Boots beats him, he becomes just the dude that fucking Tank and Barrios beat up. Now Haney has to step up and do it in a better fashion. That's probably why he's mad. Yeah, man, these fucking callers are wild, Ness. Wild as fuck. Have a good night.
All right, champ. Looks like you got Treese triggered. Counter, Treese, Toledo.
Yo.
What up, though?
Yeah. What up, though? You know what the fuck going on, man. But I see I'm in somebody's head, man. It's okay. I see my man's the one rookie of the year, shout out Baby Joker and all that. But I see I'm in his head, man. He know subconsciously, damn, I probably shouldn't have won that motherfucker. But it's all right. We ain't here about that. But hey, Ness, I think I figured out about that Jerry shit. We switching it up. Bingo. We gotta talk the Toledo shit now. But I think I figured it out, Ness. We take over that July 4th, right? Like I was telling you, right? You was talking about motherfuckers taking over days, right? Boom. Jared Anderson, we take over July 4th. You talking about he need to rebrand his name, right? You talking about all the big
No,
big
not rebranded. Just don't. If you're gonna take over July 4th, I don't know. I would just stay away from that and go more with America's next great heavyweight.
This is my campaign. This is my campaign right here. Bingo. This is what I'm telling you. Boom. We gonna hit him with the Jerry All-American Anderson type shit. That's not really a nickname, but we gonna sell it like that.
Yeah,
like
that works.
Type shit. Bingo. You hit him. Yeah, you hit him with that. Jared the All-American Anderson, or the real the real All-American Anderson type shit. And you come like that, you sell him as, next up and coming great heavyweight, American heavyweight at that, because it ain't like we got so many of those, you understand? Coming up, we take over the July 4th, and then bingo. That's the play. But, yeah, I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, really on some type shit. But, like I say, that Robert Guerrero, not that insane. But with Jared Anderson, the real All-American Jared Anderson. July 4th, I like that play. That's our, and my next question is on July 4th, say we do take over that day this year, who would you like to see us fight on the July 4th? If Jared get a fight, right? He fight on the undercard of Fury and Usyk against we just gonna throw Carlos Takam out there because as a tune up, get him right, get him tight type shit. He fight Carlos Takam, boom. On July 4th, who would you like to see Buddy fight?
I think it has to be another nationality, a race, right? Like to capitalize on Independence Day, on him being American. You don't want to split the fan base and have him fight another American. You need him to be fighting for America on America's holiday. So he got to be fighting somebody else. I don't know. Maybe a Russian.
I was thinking to Andy. I've been thinking to Andy, but I don't know if Andy on that yet. I think he got to warm up to
I
that.
like the Russian. Right. I like the Russian, even off the loss.
You may feel like it's your time.
On that holiday,
where we fight him at? Where we fight? See, that's the thing though. With him, it's like off the losses. I think we need a bigger name.
Florida.
Him coming off the loss.
Florida, man. You fight him in Florida. There's no bigger fucking state that's into that whole Independence Day shit than Florida, man. And you fight a Russian, bro, and you copy Rocky, right? You know what I'm saying? You copy the whole Rocky shit. America versus Russia. Like I mean, it's perfect to me. Maybe I'm not into politics and it's old. I don't know. Maybe there's a new enemy that we should be fighting, but I would say it's Russia. But again, I don't follow politics. James Benitez, $2. Cuevas make 147. Doubt it. Try again, tip. James Benitez, $2. Tip should say Gary Antoine for boots, 147. Skull and crossbones now. Yeah, he ain't gonna say that. He don't want Antoine to move up. But Antoine did beat Boots Ennis in the amateurs. James Benitez, $2 more. Tip is a clown emoji. Your matchmaking is terrible. Tip, counter.
Yeah, it's just not the time for Gary to move up. I don't think Gary moving up anytime soon. But yeah, Ness, listen, man. I mean, if Barrios building a resume, I mean, and building some rank at 47. I mean, it's only a handful of opponents. I mean, I think Jamal James is a good name. He just beat Paul Meta.
I'm just saying, champ, you can't knock Devin. Like if I pull up Devin's fight when he was crowned interim, and then his next, whatever you mention, ain't matching it. The only one that's good is Barrios Crowley. I ain't mad at that. That's undefeated Crowley. He throw a lot of punches.
Yeah, but I'm saying as in defense of your titles. That's all I'm saying.
But
I mean, Barrios
but
wouldn't
that's
be a
also
challenger at that.
but that's also what I'm saying. Like Devin fought better opposition than that defending his belts, right?
I guess, but I mean, you got to look at. I mean, it's nothing at 47. Like
I mean,
47.
Devin fought undefeated Zabir Abdulayev, who knocked out Linares, where not Devin or Jack Catterall could not. As an interim champ, he also that was the only interim title defense. Then after that, he fought Alfredo Santiago, knocked him out, right? Oh no, that was the decision. And he became full champ right there. So as full champ, he defended versus Yurokis Gamboa. So I guess Jamal James ain't that bad. But
yeah, but
Jamal wasn't a former champ. Gamboa was.
Okay, then do David Avanesian. Avanesian got to win over. First of all, you got to remember this. When Thurman was super champ, Avanesian was a regular champ. 2015, Avanesian beat Josh Kelly.
I mean, if you gonna count that, then I believe didn't Jamal James have the interim or the regular or something, right?
I can't remember. I don't have to double back and check.
I'm pretty sure he had a version of the WBA for sure.
I guess maybe he did. I think he did, and then he lost. Who did he lose to? He lost to somebody. I forgot who it was.
Batayev.
Yeah, Butayev. But I don't know if you. I mean, would Butayev be a good fight right now? Hasn't Butayev been in action?
That's a good fight, but it's a tough ass fight, bro.
It's a tough fight. I mean, all right. So I mean,
that dude he's mad, motherfucking. You know how he is. He dirty little something.
But I mean, if it's a tough fight, it sells. I mean, that's low key what he needs. That's what I'm saying. Like he's gonna need something that's gonna like boost his stock, and that is only gonna make that Boots fight bigger. I mean, shit, even a Boots could probably fight a Butayev. I mean, we low key need something for Boots because the IBF division look weak. Like ain't shit over there, bro. Ain't no names in the IBF.
I mean, you know, he gonna unify anyway. That's gotta be his route. He can't be fighting.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, that's why I don't like that they're pushing that unification so fast. Is because they're doing that because there's nothing in the IBF. There's nothing for him to defend against, so he gotta unify.
I don't get why you would want anything other than a unification. Like you out here wanting
I'm just saying.
mandatories.
No, I'm saying that because I at least want
You may feel like it's your time,
these two as fighters.
but
I
it's
want
not
them
your
to
time.
be definitive champions. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just now getting the belts. I understand they were working for it, and the situation that was going on with Earl and Bud, but at least make it make yourself a definitive champion and make it a better fight. You know what I'm saying? That way, it's more acclaimed. I mean,
um,
shit.
I hear you, champ. I hear you.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, shit. I mean, Boost still got Rashidi and Blair Cobbs. I mean, he can
There's
make those two fights
plenty.
happen for
There's
sure.
plenty of fights, but he just gotta make them. You understand? He need to make them. He need to be active. The way they give Barrio days, they need to give Boots days. And and
Do you
and
think?
Cause like
Do you think
he
Shaq?
gotta fight like in order to make his own legacy, he gotta fight like Blair, Thurman, whoever you just said, Barrios. There's Jamal James. Like clean it out, fight them all. You know, become a star. Bring AC boxing back, and I mean Atlantic City by that. But
Oh, for sure, for sure.
you know, become a draw down there. Cliff, let me talk to you.
Yo, can you hear me today?
I
First
hear you
try?
today.
Word 2024, the casual hardcore. Yeah, see, we gotta get your slogan. We ain't get nominated for nothing. So that's how that's how you gotta
The
do it.
casual
You know what I'm saying?
hardcore. You do need a slogan, bro. You got to be catchy, man.
It got to catch you out this bitch. But yo, man, I got I gotta restore order again though. Yo, Nuss, you want the boot? You want the boots? You want the boots, Barrios? You's advocating that.
I'm reporting, man. I ain't said I want nothing. It's a decent fight. I mean, you know, it's a
It's a good
decent
fight.
fight.
It's a good fight, but it's not ready and it's fucking up a weak division. That's why we not supposed to get that fight yet. Yo, this is how we gotta do it. You got because Barrios, we like Barrios. That's why we shouldn't get this fight because we already
You
know
trying to save
what
him.
boots. Let's save them. Let's build them up. I'm trying
Oh,
to tell you.
we got another tip, Bellis.
You
He
got
trying to
another
build
one.
up Barrios. Y'all
Yeah,
funny.
you gotta build them up
Bruh,
because if
bruh, Boots
listen, no,
fans
no,
gonna
no.
be so mad. Y'all don't want to let him be great. Y'all
No,
keep
I want to
taking the
let Boots
opponents
be great.
away.
God, look at the system I got in store for Boots. I need to promote him so he could be great. Because beating up Barrios right now is only gonna make Barrios a young ass gatekeeper. We don't need that for him because he got fans and he got potential. He just banged out One Eye Willie, but right before that he lost to Thurman. So he got potential. Let Boots fight Rashidi Ellis. No. Let Boots fight the dude that I mean not Boots. Let
Yeah,
Barrios
no,
fight the
you
dude that
right.
Boots.
You right. He should fight Rashidi on some
No.
I'm
He
fighting the
he could.
dude that beat you and the dude that you know everybody thought beat him.
That Rashidi Ellis is open for anything because he got mad skills. He lost the fight to the dude that Boots just beat, and it was a close fight. And I thought he won, but
Me
he kept
too.
getting dropped at the end. So it happened how it happened. But let's throw them in the pot and let them cook. So let Boots fight. Let Boots fight Rashidi. Let Barrios fight the dude that Boots just knocked out. I can't remember his name, but we know who I'm talking about. The strong dude, like
Villa.
Terminator. He keep coming forward. Via. Let them mix it up. Let their names build a little
So
bit.
you want
Let
Barrios
Devin,
and Villa.
Barrios and Villa, Boots and Rashidi build Barrios a little more. And then even after that,
I don't
Boots could
mind
take
that.
out.
I actually don't mind that because Rashidi deserves that, man. I thought Rashidi won versus Villa. Then you could do that as a double header so that you build in the next fight. So it's like, yo, these dudes is fighting, winners is meeting.
Perfect, and that looks better. And then or Boots could after that Boots could fight Stanionis, or Stanionis could get the winner
Nah,
out of
Stanionis need a
Boots
tune-up,
and
bro.
Barrios.
He need a tune-up. He been having so many camps and never got a fight. He need a tune-up.
He do, but we'll throw him in there with somebody while this is all going on, because the 47 division looking kind of weak, especially with Spence and Crawford leaving. But while this is going on, Devin, you could take, because we don't really know what's going on with Devin, because Bill is a great politician. I don't know what the hell, but Devin will probably not. He'll probably he'll beat up Garcia, and Devin, you either can stay there and keep campaigning or move up to 147. After you beat Garcia, we gonna boycott Tank, right? Tank, you don't want to fight, you want to act too crazy. So now we going to Tank boycott. 47, we here. We got Devin there and we got Boost there, and then we got they food. So Devin, you come, you beat up the leftovers at 47. Whoever loses, you could take on Villa, Barrios, whoever. While Stylistic is tuning up, Boots is clearing out whoever he got to clear out, and then we meet Devin and Boots at 47, and the winner, and then whoever wins out of that, we crown them as the next face of boxing outside of Canelo. So we don't throw Barrios away too early. We build him up a little bit while Devin's still conquering 40 and Boots is doing this thing because we already know he's the class of that division. And at the very end, we boycott Tank. We say you don't want to fight the fights we want you to fight. So we're gonna let the true great fighters, which is Devin, which is Boots, we'll let them clean up over there. And when they finally meet, we crown them the face of boxing after Canelo decides to leave. And we got our man. Whoever wins that, if Devin decides to move up to 140. Like, all I know is we could match it up better because that division is so thin. We don't want to we don't want to throw Barrios away. Barrios is too good to just feed him the boots all early. Like, let Barrios get a little more because he already lost to Thurman. So why
You
would
may
we
feel
want
like it's your
Boots? Why
time,
would we want Barrios to fight
but it's not your
Boots
time.
if he just
I mean, you got to look at this the way you looked at Mikey versus Earl, man. It's just all necessary evil, you know? Stone Bone, what up?
What up? What up?
Talk to me, champ. What up with you?
Yeah, man. Bulls, they gotta push for this fight, right? Like, like they can't sit back. How I just saw an interview where Bozy was like, they'll fight. Um, what's the kid from the UK? Connor Ben, but he got to come over here. Like, no, you can go over there. Just take Vada with you. Make him test. Like, ain't no money over here for no fight like that. You don't even got a network for him to go to. Is he signed to PBC now? Is he gonna be on Amazon Prime? Like, he better if that fight presented itself, he's the champ. He should take the money that they would pay him for that fight over there. And him and Barrios, I think if Bud is gonna vacate the belt and he gonna be a champ, why not go for that? That's not an easy unification, but you saw Tank knock him down at 140, and Tank was a 130 pounder moving up 35 and saying that was too big a weight for him, and he still knocked out Barrios. So Boots would be the odds on favorite in that fight. So they gotta push for that fight, man. They can't be taking away opponents from him, man. Look at Devin Haney. Him and Devin Haney he's older than Devin Haney, right? I mean, he probably
Yes.
like a year or two older than Devin at this point. Like they ain't far apart, but look at everything Devin doing in his early 20s and mid 20s. Like Boots, they got to step on the gas. They got to make that move if he want to be, considered not just like, oh, he got the skill set to be one of the greats, but he got to start doing it like Devin got actually the accolades. All that email champ shit, that shit's dead. That shit years old. You talk about Devin as champ on top of champ, beating champs, beating Olympians, beating respecters, beating all of them guys. So this is the time where they got to push for these type of fights. They need to figure out whatever's going on. You know what he need to do, Ness? He needs to sign with the Cubans or Samson because that's who Barrios them with. All of them dudes are getting fight 3 times a year. He could be fighting. He barely fighting. He got to figure it out though, man. All right, but yeah, put step on the gas and get this fight boost. Don't act like no diva or nothing because Barrios would have a more respected title. He gonna be the WBC. He would have a more respected title, and he would have done more than Boots at this point in his career. So let's go. I'm with it. Peace.
All right, all right. Yeah, I mean, you ain't lying about that whole Louis DeCuba shit, bro. It's true. Like, Ugas, he came back after a layoff in the Pacquiao, the Earl fight, right? So he gets a big fight with Pacquiao. Then he gets a big fight with Earl. Then he gets some time off and comes back, gets another big fight with Barrios for an interim title. That's all Louis DeCuba. So he might have a point about Boots seeking new management. And that's, I mean, I say that a lot though around here. You know, management is important. It sounds like Boots got another Wilder type deal where, you being loyal to a network. I've watched the interview on YSM uh where Bozy says, we rocking with Espinoza, he gonna take care of us. So I don't even know what that means, right? Because like Espinoza don't got a network no more. So I don't even know what that means until we know what it means, until they show us what it means. But he certainly told us or shown us that he has an alliance with Espinoza and they ain't going nowhere. Charles, what up, my man?
Yo, what's up, Ness?
Another day, another podcast. What up with you?
Man, I appreciate you coming to me. Yeah, Ness. I think it was Stone Bone that came on before. I think he hit the nail on the head. Boots is probably my favorite fighter, but I have to agree with him now. Ness, wasn't it rumors about him possibly being flirting with I think it's Matchroom and Eddie Hearn? Were they
Yeah,
possibly talking?
yeah, but it sounded like Bozy shut that down.
Well, see,
I
that's
thought
the
that would have been good. They getting firsthand experience with Matchroom via Andy Cruz, but
right. Right, right. And I agree. I thought that would be a pretty good partnership for Boots. But that's what I worry about him. I think he should take this fight because we got to start asking ourselves this question about 147. Who's there? You got Stanionis, who's been inactive. You got Barrios, who's gaining ground. Connor Ben. Other than that, you really don't have any big highlights following the Earl and Bud fight. So I'm thinking Boots is probably going to either try to clean up 47 or maybe he should and then move up because I still think he's going to be a pound for pound fighter soon. But my biggest complaint about him and why he should take this fight is what I just said earlier in this. He's got to figure out his management situation. And that's going to be a problem. They were loyal to Espinoza. Now we don't know what's going on with Espinoza. And the problem with Boots, what I fear about Boots is that his management situation is kind of on shaky ground. And it's like you said, we don't know what that means with Espinoza. And the worst thing you could do for a fighter of his caliber, because I do believe he's going to be a pound for pound fighter, but he needs to get busy. He needs to start moving and taking fights. So I think he absolutely has to take this Barrios fight. And I'm going to say it again. I think he absolutely has to take this fight because, again, not knowing what your situation is management wise, he could end up being on the shelf. You know what I'm saying, Ness? And I think that's the worst thing for him. I think he's a diamond in the rough, but again, we need to see it happen. We need to see it manifest. I think he's the goods, but it doesn't do any good for me as a Boots fan if I can't see him get in there. And he should be moving. I know they were loyal. Him and Bozy were loyal to Espinoza, but they should be kind of moving, kind of like how Devin is. Um, if possible, Bill was very smart business wise, but I mean, you can't tell me that he shouldn't
You may
be
feel like it's your
along
time,
those same lines of Devin.
but it's not your
But we'll
time.
see. We'll hang up. Appreciate you,
all
Ness.
right, champ. General Camino.
Yo, Ness, what's good, man?
What up?
Coolin', coolin'. Yeah, man, I feel like this Boots Mario Barrios fight, I like it. I mean, I'm sure there's other ways you can set it up and build the fight, but I don't really have an issue that we getting it now. I mean, these two dudes, they're in the same weight class. They both been having good fights. I mean, fuck it, have them fight. So I think that'd be a good fight for Boots. But as far as the year, I think he needs to be a little bit more active. I'd love to see him at least 3 to 4 times this year, especially at this point in his career. I mean, I think he's at probably what, like 30 fights. So, I'm ready for him to really start building up that resume. And there's a couple heads in the division that I think he should, take out, and he should do it in, a good fashion. He should make it look good. So Barrios would be good. He could go after Stanionius or Santillian. I'd love to see him against Giovanni. I think that'd be a really good fight. And then he could even run it with Ellis. That'd be a good fight as well. And then if you want to cap off the year with something nice, he could go over to the UK, get his feet wet in the European boxing, and fight Conor Ben. I feel like that'd be a great fight. And if he could clear those guys out this year, that'd really do his resume good. I don't think people will have those questions about his resume and who he's been fighting. Because I think he's a good fighter, but I need to be made a believer, like for real, for real. So I'm ready to see him in some challenging fights against some higher level competition, some undefeated guys, some guys that have, done some things in the sport. So I'm ready for that. How about you? What you think about the Conor Ben fight as that being kind of like one of his big fights this year?
I like it, but champ, I might have to get back to you. We got Richardson Hitchins on the check-in. Champ, what it do? How are you? Thank you for giving us the time. Happy New Year, by the way. How's your New Year going so far? It don't sound like your mic is connected, champ. Or you blocking it with your hand, maybe. No. Nope. Very far. You sound like the mic ain't connected.
Hello?
Now it's perfect.
You can hear me?
Yes, perfect, perfect.
All right. I said
So,
Happy New Year. My New Year's was good. Thank you.
oh, appreciate it, man. Yeah, nah, good to hear that. Good to hear that. So, obviously, you are in a purse bid situation. It was being reported that you were in a purse bid situation, and now that's been postponed.
Feel like it's your
Excuse
time.
me. So it sounds like you are going to be fighting Jack Catterall. What's your thoughts on Jack Catterall as an opponent and a fight for you next?
I think if it is Jack Catterall would be a perfect opponent. A real contender, a guy that competed for the world title already, and and he came up short, and he's still in the 140 mix. Uh, Anything can happen any given night, and I feel like Jack Catterall is one of them guys that's gonna be able to make me come in on my A game and make sure that I'm sharp and I'm on my P's and Q's. So it will be another great fight, another great name to step into the ring with, and yeah.
Did you watch his last fight with a former champ Jorge Linares?
Yeah, I watched it. I was actually driving while watching the fight. I think it was a little quiet. It was a quiet fight. Jack Catterall, I think he picked it up towards the end. Like I said, I was driving, so I didn't really couldn't really pay attention. But it looked like he beat Jorge Linares. It was a cool fight.
And were you one of the people that thought he beat Josh Taylor? A lot of people felt like he should have been awarded the decision in that mandatory fight when he fought Josh.
Um, I really watched. I really didn't watch too much of that fight. I really didn't watch too much of that fight. But when I did see like the highlights, I feel like he was one of the first people to expose that Josh Taylor boxing skills wasn't really all the way there, and Tio kind of finished it off and really showed that Josh Taylor wasn't who the world really thought like he was. Josh Taylor is accomplished, but not taking guys that kind of showed like that there is weaknesses and a lot of holes in his game. I don't know if he really won the fight though. I didn't really watch like I don't think I watched a full fight. I think I just watched the highlights.
Are you gonna be? Are you interested in this weekend's card or not your promoter? So it doesn't really matter. But there's a couple of 140 pounders on that card. O'Hara Davies is going to be taking on Ishmael Basurro. And then you obviously have Arnold Barboza, who just left Top Rank, signed the Golden Boy, taking on Egdondini, who is a former opponent with Devin and Tito Mercado.
I think I'll probably pay more attention to the Arnold Barboza because I think Arnold Barboza is like ranked for the WBC, right? If I'm not mistaken. O'Hara Davis is kind of going the WBA route, and he's looking after Rolly. So I don't see him being an opponent right now. But I'll be watching. Also, Virgil Ortiz has come back, and yeah, it'll be a fun night of boxing.
Now, is there any particular reason why your team is in whatever negotiations with Catterall, who's ranked behind you? You're number 2. He's number 4. Sandor's number 1 in the WBC. Wouldn't it make more sense to negotiate with him, or is it because he's already in that mandatory position?
I think the purse bid is they started a purse bid for the IBF.
Okay. No, because I heard you say that you're more focused on Barboza because he's in the WBC, so it felt like you are more invested in that sanctioning body where you're ranked number 2. You are ranked number 3 in the IBF with 1 and 2 being vacant.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been vocal before. I always said that. I said that I'm not too interested in going the IBF route from way before Matias became champion, way before I even knew Matias was even ranked in the IBF. I fought for the IBF belt maybe like like a little bit over a year. And the first time I fought for IBF ranking belt with the 10-pound rule, I didn't like the way my body felt and how I performed, how my body felt going into my performance that night. And I just kind of told my promoters that I didn't want to really fight for the IBF, and so we'll have to see. I've been at 140 for a long time since the amateurs, and I'm going into my man body. So I think me not being able to rehydrate the way I want to rehydrate is kind of restricting my performance and kind of taking something from me. So we'll just have to see about the IBF in that route, but. So yeah.
So you are more focused on the WBC route.
WBC, WBO. I don't think I'm ranked in the WBA. So WBC and WBO, I know I'm ranked the highest in both of them organization bodies. So whichever one of them belts I get an opportunity at first, we gonna definitely take the opportunity. Yeah.
So do you know why Sandor is in a conversation? Because again, he's ranked in front of you and Catterall's ranked behind you. So you would be giving Catterall the opportunity to catch up.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really know what's Sandor Martin's situation right now. I don't know what's going on with him. I let my team handle that. They just come to me with a name or what's going on. It was announced that me and Catterall was going to purse bid, but that was for the IBF, like I said. I don't know if it's switching, if Eddie wants to fight and want to make it for a different sanctioning body. I don't know what's really going on, but whoever it is, I'll be ready to fight in March.
Okay, in March. I was just about to ask, could you possibly land and are you okay with being on that Ryan Devin undercard? It sounds like Ryan and Devin are full negotiations.
I don't know when that fight is supposed to be, but I know we're back in March. So I've just been in the gym working on my craft. I seen Devin Haney interview with Devin Haney coming up on here. I don't know, was it this show when he said he asked Eddie something about did Richardson want to fight, and I said no. That's cap. That's big cap. From I think from when around the time when I fought what's his name, Jose Zepeda. It was like we was already fighting for the WBC belt. So Eddie already came to me. I didn't come to Eddie. Eddie came to me and was like, "Yo, I know you and Devin. Are you okay with fighting Devin Haney?" I said, "Fuck yeah!" Like if he wins the fight, because it was before him and Regis even fought. So I said, "Yeah, if he win the fight, let's make it happen." So I'm not doing nothing for no internet. I'm not a fighter that. I'm not one of them guys that Devin grew up. Devin grew up with me. He know my talent. His dad know my talent. His dad run on social media saying I just like to talk and sell a fight and some shit about his son beat the shit out of me in sparring. I still was talking. Devin Haney have never beat the shit out of me in sparring. That is cap. Devin Haney could tell you that. That anybody that was a part of Devin Haney camp that's a realist, that's really gonna keep it real, could tell you Devin Haney never beat the shit out of me. I sparred Devin Haney maybe once. I sparred Devin Haney out of all the time me and Devin sparred. Maybe one time I'd probably say he edged the sparring. And that was just because I literally landed from New York to Vegas at like 1 in the morning and sparred Devin Haney the next day after that. Floyd told me, don't get in the ring with Devin because you still got to get adjusted to the Vegas time and what's going. You just came from New York. I still sparred Devin regardless. I sparred Devin maybe 2-3 more times after that in Vegas while I was staying my time there in Vegas. You could easily tell I got the best of sparring each and every time. Anybody that can remember what the sparring sessions I'm talking about, I would tell you Devin Haney never beat the shit out of me. I'm that don't even make no sense. I don't even think a person know boxing could fucking if a person know boxing, I couldn't even see in a world where I could see a fighter like Devin Haney beating the shit out of a guy like me. It don't even make no sense. So his dad running up on social media talking all that bullshit. Devin saying I never said I want to fight him as cap, or when I never fucking came to Eddie or me and Eddie never had a conversation with Devin naming it. That's fucking cap. I ain't no fucking internet fucking fighter or a nigga that's just trying to get an opportunity. I can fight for real, and like I said, these guys gonna have to see me. The world gonna call for the fights. It's a lot of guys at 140, but the real talent is going to prevail, and I'm going to be one of them guys that's there. I'm already there with only 16, 17 fights. So what you think going to happen in another 3 fights? These fights are going to have to happen. So I don't got to fucking go on the internet and try to sell a fight or get a fight.
Definitely, man. I totally agree. You are on that side of the street. And for me, it always made sense. I figured, the issue was Devin didn't sign a 3-fight deal. But once he went the matchroom, I figured you had to be one of the possible fights, especially picking up that WBC belt is either going to be Sandor or you. But now, obviously, Ryan became an opportunity. What's your thoughts on the Haney-Ryan fight? If it happens, how do you see it playing out? Because even though Tank beat him already, he do got 3 wins over Devin in the amateurs. You've been a decorated amateur. Does that matter who beat you way back then?
Devin turned pro at 16. So that means when him and Ryan Garcia fought them 3 times, they had to be kids or maybe right before Devin turned pro. Devin is a 25-year-old man. It's way different. That's over a decade ago. But people start making real money. People start getting creating bad habits outside the ring, going through shit, and all that shit plays a key. We come on, like that's not even a fight. It's another entertaining fight. It's another just it's another money grab basically for Devin. I don't feel like Ryan Garcia is nowhere near on Devin level. Devin know that. Ryan Garcia know that. It's just they're gonna build this fight up off a fucking amateur fight. I don't remember who the fuck I was fighting at fucking 15 years old, 16 years old. So that's what I'm trying. I really don't. So I can't like. It's like that shit is bullshit. Like it is what it is. Like I mean, Devin Haney got a smart team. Even with the Regis Prograis fight, it was a smart. He went at it. It was a smart way to jump and take the Regis Prograis fight. And my message for Devin Haney and his daddy, they better fight me now because the more experience I get is gonna get more and more dangerous for these guys. And I keep saying it over and over. I only got 17 fights. Give me a few more fights, I'm gonna be more polished and more experienced. And it's not gonna be too many guys that can step in the ring with me. So like I said, March. Well, hopefully it's Catterall. If it's not Catterall, it's Santa Martin. I'm looking to get put on another dominant performance. And these guys, Teofimo, Devin Haney, they're gonna have to see me. They're gonna have to see me. And like I said, when they see me, I ain't no fucking Regis program. I ain't no Josh Taylor. I'm not none of these guys. I can fight. We all know each other. We all grew up from the same pedigree. We know what it is.
Well, talk to me about that Catterall fight, man. How do you see that matchup? I know the obvious answer is you winning, but style-wise, how do you see yourself picking him apart?
Catterall is not on my level. Period. He's not on my level. Every time I tell y'all guys what's gonna happen for a fight, it's boxing, is the anticipation or whatever. So we're gonna give the other guys a good chance. Catterall is not on my level, and if we get in the ring with each other, it'll show. Catterall he has good defense. You can tell he's a defensive first type of guy, but like I said, I'm on a whole totally different level. It's levels to this, it's levels to the sport, it's levels to the craft, and Catterall is just not better than me. Period.
Were you shocked that he didn't score a knockdown? I mean, outside of Devin, everyone that's beat Linares has knocked him out and or dropped him. Only now Devin and Catterall have not been able to stop him to get the win.
That goes to show you, Devin, like I said, is a safety first guy. Catterall is a safety first guy. So I mean, I don't know what was the scorecards with Linares and Catterall. I think from the highlights.
Wide. It was 1-9-3-8-4, 117, 111, 116, 112, 116, 112.
Too close. Too close for me. That was not wide. A guy like Linares winning three rounds is a lot of rounds for me. That's just my personal personal advice.
I love it though. I love it. I'm gonna
No,
be real. I said I would be disappointed if Devin had lost 3 rounds to Regis. So I get where you coming from, where you see you just levels above, and giving up 3 rounds is a lot. So
yeah, I feel like that's a lot in my book. I feel like a guy like Linares, you put a guy like Linares in there with me, it wouldn't even be fair. Period. Linares would be. It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't even be the fight. But they gonna give. I think they fought. This guy got an opportunity versus Linares, a guy that been stopped majority of all his losses. Linares probably got around 10 losses right now. They would never right now ever put a guy like Linares in the ring with me. Because if you put a guy like Linares in the ring with me, I'm gonna make him look like he's supposed to look. An old guy. So that right there, just from his last performance, from Linares winning 3 rounds and Linares not getting dropped or even hurt and still being able to somewhat compete in that fight, Catterall is not on my level. And like I said, he probably believe it. He probably believe in himself, but when it comes fight night, it will show that he's not on my level.
now I know we just spoke on the fact that he didn't stop a guy that normally gets stopped, but he is said to be some kind of a puncher. Do you believe he has respectable power?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he hurt Josh Taylor. Right? Then he dropped him. That was the first person to drop Josh Taylor.
Yes.
They said Regis had power. They said Regis had power. Regis couldn't drop Josh Taylor. They say Teofimo had power, and Teofimo couldn't drop Josh Taylor. He buzzing hurt Josh Taylor. I mean, so that left hand definitely have something on it. It definitely probably has something on it. I know he don't have a lot of knockouts. He don't have like crazy amount of knockouts, but he probably definitely have respectable power. But that shit don't matter when me and him get in the ring. What's gonna matter is me getting. If Jack Catterall win 3 rounds against me, I'll be surprised.
Wow. So to be clear, because I don't know that anyone has asked you this, you've talked about the IBF situation and the fact that you don't feel comfortable with the 10-pound rehydration. But I guess the follow-up would be, would you consider fighting Matias as a unification? Because once it's a unification, you don't have to do the 10-pound rehydration.
Right. And I would definitely that would definitely be a fight that I'll definitely pushing for a unification fight. I think that would be a great matchup once I get a strap, and it won't be too long before I get a strap. I will definitely be getting a strap this year. So like I said, I think that would be a great fight for unification fight, because a guy like Matias is not an easy fight for nobody at 140. We all know that. He's not an unbeatable guy. He already have a loss. He already got a loss to a guy that's nobody. So he's definitely very beatable. But he's not an easy fight. So I think anybody that jumps in the ring with a guy like that, you want to be at your best. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Obviously, you're highly ranked WBC, WBO. You said you're getting a title this year. Who do you envision that versus? It's only two guys. Obviously, it's Tio or Haney, but which one you think is more probable first?
What's the reality? Which one would probably be most likely happen? It'll probably be somebody like Tio. Most likely somebody like Tio. I think, because I think I don't really see too many guys that Tio can fight. Tio is fighting guys. He's getting, like, Jermaine Ortiz is getting an opportunity, right, for the world title.
Yep.
So you see, like, yeah. So I think that a guy like T, I think a guy like if a guy like Tio, his window with big fights right now is kind of like there's not too many. I don't see Tio and Javante matching up right now, and I don't see Tio and Devin matching up right now. I think it'll probably either be me and Tio, or if Devin don't want to jump into if Devin and Tank don't jump into a fight, I think that I should be the guy in line to grab the WBC from Devin. So it doesn't matter. Whichever way, we'll see. I really don't believe I'd be so surprised if they give me an opportunity. So we'll see.
If they being both men, or which one specifically?
I'm just saying I'd be surprised if Tio or Devin give me an opportunity at a world title.
Have you shared the ring with Tio? Because you've said you've sparred already, Devin.
Nah, I never sparred Tio. Me and Tio just know each other growing up and stuff like that. You know, he went to the Olympics for Honduras. I went to Olympics for Haiti. So we know each other from the amateurs. So I never been in the ring with Tio. I just always used to say Tio. Tio used to fight always a weight class under me. So
Okay. I also want to talk about. I seen the Mill City podcast, and I think you said that Tank told you, and I don't want to misquote you, but was it 100 times or a bunch of times that he'd fight Devin at 140? But has that changed?
nah, he never told me 100 times. He never told me 100 times. He would fight Devin at 140. He just brung it when Devin was at 135. Before Devin got to 140, he was like, when Devin was, people was in the talks of Devin being too drained at 135 or whatever, and they were saying that Tank said some shit like, oh, if he go, because Ryan and Devin just went up, so Tank said something along the lines like, oh, I would have fought Devin with no rehydration clause, like I'll fight Devin with no rehydration clause. That was once he said that back to me. But to be honest, if I was Tank and if I would advise him, I wouldn't fight Devin Haney without no rehydration clause, because Devin Haney's jumping up to 165 the night of the bout. Like, that's crazy. Like, I don't that was a big topic, because
90 seconds.
You don't normally see fighters jump up that big. So I think that and Tank right now Tank ain't even probably like in camp mode right now. Tank probably walking around 146 the most. He's a small guy, so that would be a huge disadvantage. And the world can't fault Tank for wanting to fight these guys at a catchweight. That's my friend, but also the reality of it, this is a guy that's really coming up from 130. You know what I'm saying? Coming up from 130 and fighting guys like Devin, guys like Ryan Dar. They're bigger than him, so I don't think that he should jump into a fight with Devin without some type of clause or something. Because if Floyd Mayweather could make a 23-year-old kid like Canelo fight at a catch weight, why can't it be on an even playing field when it comes to Devin and Tank? So I think that they should definitely work something out. I don't think Devin should come in weight drained because Tank is a hard task for anybody. But I still feel like he shouldn't be able to go up to 165, 167 type shit. While Tank is coming into the ring, probably the most 147. That's a big difference.
Now, do you feel that way because it's versus Tank versus you? Do you want a rehydration versus Devin? Because 165.
No, because I can get that big. I don't get that big, but I can get to 165. You know what I'm saying? Like I can get that big if I wanted to. That like Tank couldn't get nowhere near that if he wanted to. For Tank to touch 165, Tank would got to be out the gym, like eating and fucking partying for months and months for him to get that big. You know what I'm saying? Like Devin is getting that big the day after, so that's crazy.
What
That means
do you
Devin is probably walking close to probably maybe like 174 when he's outside of camp,
does
or
that
low.
does that make it even crazier that he was making 135? Because some people still want him to go back to 135 to give us the Tank fight if that's the only way Tank offers it.
No, that makes it more crazy. That makes it crazy. It's like, damn. It's kind of like two things to that. It's like, damn, this nigga was making 135 and like and draining himself to get to 135. Yeah, he didn't have no rehydration clause or nothing. So it's not like he was draining himself and had to hold 10 pounds and all that. But that was kind of like, yeah, it's still like, damn, you was doing that. But another part of it is like, damn, no wonder you were so confident that you probably felt like you could beat Lomachenko because you're way bigger than him. If he Lomachenko's a smaller than Tank, it looked like Lomachenko's a real small guy. Like so it showed me why Devin was like he too small. Like he like he sized him up in the ring. He looking at him like that's like I'm way bigger than Lomachenko and Devin is probably bigger than me. If I go fight Lomachenko, if me, Richardson Hitchins, in the ring with Lomachenko, and I don't have a rehydration clause, I'm gonna look at Lomachenko as a little person. Like, what are you gonna do to me? You can't do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? You're small, so I feel like that's why Devin was so eager to get into that fight till he got in the ring with Lomachenko and shit got real. I thought Devin won the fight, so it doesn't matter. But I feel like that's what made him and his team so confident. It was a strategic move.
Did you score it or you just watched it and felt like he got the edge?
No, I watched it. Even when I watched it live, I thought he won. And when I rewatched it and scored it, I felt like he won the fight. I felt like he probably won the fight maybe about 2 rounds.
By two? What's
Yeah,
that?
maybe about 2 rounds.
8-4?
I'm not sure. Yeah, two. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe 8-4. I know a lot of the early rounds. Devin definitely in my book he banked it.
So, what's your situation with Matchroom? Are you re-ing up? How many fights you got left? Because, man, I felt like you already had 3 fights with them, right?
Yeah, so we got another contract with Matchroom.
Oh, they
A newly
re-upped
signed
then.
contract. Yeah, so we read up.
That's what's
We got
up.
another.
Yo, hey, listen, congratulations. I mean, they ain't re-up with a lot of people.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
Andre didn't get a re-up. I mean, Tevin Farmer didn't get a re-up. Daniel Jacobs, and he got the same manager as you. I don't think he got a re-up. So
Yeah,
congrats. You're doing what you have to
thank you.
do.
Thank you. Yeah, uh, they gave me the opportunities and I delivered. I was kind of hoping I would have got the Montana fight
Me too,
because that
man.
would have been another guy I could have. I feel I would have definitely exposed him, and no, maybe me and Liam Parrow could get into the ring and make that happen. I think that's another a good fight. I think it would be a big fight for the 140 division when it's actually here and everything is signed, sealed, and delivered. I think that would be a big fight for the 140 division. Me and Liam Parrow, and maybe me and him could be in March. Depending on how me and Catterall go or what
Oh,
happens with
wow.
us. So
Really?
hopefully, I mean, yeah, I think that could be another potential fight.
But as early as March.
I mean, uh, like, cause you gotta think about it. Him and Montana, it was a low action fight, and it was no guy really took no punishment, so he should be ready to jump in the ring. And he haven't fought in a little while, so he should be trying to get back active. So I think it will make sense.
Nah, for sure. I like that fight. I mean, obviously, I wanted for you. Montana because it's a bigger name. You know what I'm saying? It would have just elevated you more. But Liam deserves it because he got the win and he got it by stoppage. Some people felt the stoppage was early. What did you think?
I think the stoppage was premature. Definitely was a premature stoppage. I think a lot of the shots Montana was getting away from, but I think Montana would have got stopped regardless
Mm.
because he got dropped back to back. He showed his chin couldn't take them shots.
And they're reporting that Montana got released. So that means that fight is completely off the table.
But I said over and over again, Montana pulled out the fight with me because he did not want to fight. He didn't want to fight. He pulled down the fight in July. I'm not waiting for Montana to fight in December. He pulled down the fight in July, and they telling me I said my manager. I told my manager if he don't take this fight by September, put in somebody else, and that was it. He thought Liam Parra was gonna be an easier fight. That's all it was. He thought Liam Parra was gonna be an easy fight, and he got his ass handed to him. The guy never really wanted to fight. I've been said that even after the loss with him and the Australian kid Steve Sparks. If Montana's the truth, the fight will happen. And look what happened. He gets knocked out. So the guy was a bum the whole time, and I've been trying to tell the world the nigga is a bum.
I mean, you the
For
fighter,
real.
right? We try not to use them words as we're not fighters, but like, do you truly think he's a bum? Or is he a bum compared to you? When you comparing him to you, he's a bum.
I'm saying to the wolves to the sharks in the ocean, he's a bum. He's meat. He's food. The sharks that swim around the ocean right now, the killers that's in the 140, he's not. He probably would get stopped by every top 140 fighter that's in conversations. Like all the guys that's in them conversations, there's probably a few guys in that conversation that probably wouldn't stop him. Maybe or wouldn't. All right, fuck stopping him. Everybody would dominate him. Period.
Mm.
Period. He's food. Jack
Now,
Carter will beat the shit out of him. For sure.
Liam is ranked in the WBO, but a lot behind you. You seem different, man. You're giving a lot of people that are behind you opportunities, or at least you're willing to negotiate with them. Why is that? Is it because the top is busy, or why?
Yeah, because the top is busy, and at the end of the day, this ain't about just holding a ranking spot. This fighting, I'm not fighting to hold a ranking spot. I'm fighting for experience, for money, and to build experience and get paid also. Because I'm not gonna wait for Devin Haney to give me an opportunity, or Teofimo, or whatever other champion that there is to give me an opportunity. While that they got their other plans, and they probably want to unify or fight other big fights. I'm a fight. I'm a fighter, and that's what I want to do. I'm in the sport to gain experience and like I said, put my family in a better position. So I don't got time to not fight Liam Parra or not fight the next available guy because I want to hold a ranking spot.
Now you made it clear you're back in March. If it worked out hypothetically, and there you were available training camp wise to fight on that Ryan Devin card, would you be open, or are you looking to be your own main event at this point? You not trying to be on their specific undercard?
I mean, if they trying to pay extra money, yeah, maybe I'll probably if the yeah, I'll probably fight on the undercard as a co-main. But yeah, because it will also sell a big fight. At the end of the day, it would be a strategic move. But if not, I'll jump on my own card. Or if I can get a quick turnaround after March, yeah, for sure I'll fight on the undercard. So we'll see what Eddie want to do. At the end of the day, Eddie's the boss man, and we just gotta see what's his plans.
We talked a little bit about Sandor, but give me your thoughts on when you watched his fight with Tio, and obviously how do you match up with Sandor? I mean, I definitely give him credit for dropping Tio twice. He may not like it. One of those was an official knockdown. How did you see it?
I watched the fight. I just felt like Tio just didn't have the tools to deal with a style like that. He didn't have the tools. to deal with a style like that, and he didn't make a few adjustments. I will know how to deal with a style like that for sure, 100%. But I don't know. Maybe it's some shit that he get in there and throw me off, and I'll and see something new. But I feel like from watching him and Tio fight, there's a lot of things that I would have capitalized on with Santa Martin. But because you understand, Tio's a smaller guy than me.
What do you
Huge
prefer
difference.
to face, orthodox or southpaw?
It doesn't matter, to be honest. Only reason I would probably prefer to box against a orthodox fight is because it's much easier to find sparring for orthodox guys.
But a guy like you got Shakur all day.
Yeah, but still, Shakur is a still different type of style. Shakur is not a sparring partner. He ain't gonna come in the gym every Tuesdays and Thursdays to box me. He boxed maybe once or twice in the camp in a few weeks and call it a day. And Shakur's getting older. His body he stays in the gym a lot, so his body can't take going sparring me and while he's not getting ready for his own fight. So
Nah, I totally understand. But I'm glad you cleared that up because it makes sense, But he got a call there. Hopefully we could get him back. But I'm kind of done. I'm wrapping up here. Oh, all right.
you can.
Yeah, you getting a call. You got a call again. All right. Now, but oh, and he got another call. Well, once we get a minute, it's all good, champ. That was my last question. If you want to give out your social media, I see you getting a bunch of calls. It's all good. You gave me enough time, man. We appreciate you.
Nah, yeah, man. Yo, Ness, I be so be running around and shit. Now I'm back to start training. I'm back like in kind of camp mode. So like we could definitely chop it up.
You on the east?
My schedule is yeah, I'm on the East Coast right now, so my schedule is more structured right now. So I'm just really training right now at home. So I'll definitely come back and chop it up with the fans and let them know about. Hopefully, when my next fight get announced, let them know about that and we can talk about that and just future things.
For sure. Listen, I'm gonna text Coach now. Is it cool to send my correspondent over there, get some footage of hitting the bag and shit? You said for sure?
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate you. Give out your social media,
Yes.
champ.
Follow me on IG, Richardson Hitchins, the best fucking 140 pounder in the world, uncrowned 140. I'm back in March. We don't know who the guy is. If it's Catterall, he could get it. If it's Liam Parry, he could get it. If there's anybody else that's available, they could get it. Follow me on Twitter at Here's Richardson. And Devin Haney's a pussy and Teofimo gotta see me soon. I ain't gonna talk too bad on Teofimo because
Now
Devin and his dad.
I need background info. I need because you saying a pussy. I need to know why that word because
Nah, because they try. Cause him and his dad basically try to say I'm a pussy, I'm a cap ass type of guy. Like I'm over here just talking their name for clout. I don't need no fucking clout. I don't get paid for fucking clout. I get paid from going to grab a strap, like I said. So they say look, and then what his dad said was some bullshit. That's really what got me mad. But I don't really want to talk about them niggas right now.
Wait, what does dad say? What does dad say?
But I told you about his son beating the shit out of me. I'm pretty sure.
The sparring
I'm pretty sure. Like I said, Devin mouth is crazy. Devin running around telling niggas suck his dick and all type of shit. If Devin ever beat the shit out of me, you know what beat the shit out of somebody is, right? Shit. Like you see how me and Bowser fight went? That's beating the shit out of somebody. Or like fuck like. You know what beat the shit out of sound like.
I mean,
so
that
if
Regis
Devin
fight beat the shit out of. Regis ain't get
some
around.
shit like that. Yeah, right, exactly. So as many times I done said Devin name on the internet and such and such, you don't think he would have ever tweeted or said some shit like, "What, Richardson? I beat the shit out that nigga." Like, what he talking about? So for his dad to run up here and say, "Oh, I be trying to sell some shit or talk some shit," nigga, you the one that's capping or selling some shit or talking bullshit. And like I promise, I would go to Vegas by myself in Devin gym by myself. Devin could never beat the shit out of me, like in a ring. Like I don't, what the fuck, Devin Haney, like beating the shit out of Richardson Hitchins. That don't make no sense. Nesto, you know that don't make no sense. It's like, and you know boxing, so we're not even gonna get into that. But like I said, I'll be back on this shit. Nesto, talk more of my
Nah,
shit.
for sure, man. We missed you around here. Appreciate it.
All right, man, I'm out of here.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Richardson Hitchins, livening up the show for sure. Let me send that. Times and days. Got to get my man Saquon up in there. Timboski, what it do be? That was spicy talk. Woo.
Yo,
What's good?
yo. What's good, fam? What you saying, Ness, man? Salute, fam. What's good, blood?
Chilling.
Yeah, man. Talking about this fucking boot situation. We don't give a toss about that Barrios fight. You hear me, Dirk? You hear me? We don't give a toss. You telling me, Ness, that you give a toss about that fight? Okay. Barrios beat Ugas. That's fine. After a year and a half or two layoff with a broken eye and whatnot. That's fine. But Boots ain't been in there with the level of competition that he needs to be in there with. You got all these casual guys in the back cool talking about, oh, the 147 division is dead. No, it's dead. There's no one to fight. Yes, there is.
You
Yes,
funny as hell.
yes, there is. Yes, there is. There's nobody. There's nobody. He ain't gotta fight nobody. He ain't gotta do shit. Yeah, he does. He's got Shakram Giasov. He's got Jin Saki. He's got Giovanni Sanstilion. What are you talking about? You got Cody Crowley. There's multiple guys there. There's Suleiman Sissoko.
I
David
like
Adamishan.
Suleiman.
Yeah. Exactly, Suleiman. They don't know anything about this. Is I'm saying this. I get frustrated with these guys that don't hardly know any of the fighters. All they know is about 3-4 fighters in the weight division. Then they say, "Oh, the division's dead. Oh, we don't know if they're not American. They don't give a shit." You got Butayev. Butayev is there. Gabriel Mashkili is there. You know what I'm saying? You got Derek Cuevas. You got multiple guys in that weight division. Conor Ben called him out. His dad's talking. Bosley's talking about, oh, he got to come over here. Oh, he ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing that we want. We talking about, you got mail. You got emailed that belt. You got mail. So who are you going to fight to actually defend that belt against? You got hungry monsters. You got guys, little Puss in Boots, fans like Dirk talking about, oh, Keith Thurman. The train has gone. The train has gone for Thurman, Spence, and Bud. That train's gone. Come fight the young, hungry animals at the 147 division. Or furthermore, you don't want, if there's nothing at 147, you can go to 154 and fight the hungry junkyard dogs up there. Ramos. I heard that Puss in Boots be beating on Charles Conway. I heard that he be beating him up in sparring and that. Go fight Charles Conway, Lubin. Go fight them hungry monsters, man. I'm tired of this talking that Boots is the new coming on sliced bread. I like Boots' skills, yes, but I'm not impressed with his skills against Lipinets. I'm not happy with who was it? Castillo Clayton. I'm not. No. Nobody talks about when he bumped heads with Van Herden and he had an open stance. His footwork was poor. He came running in there like a raging bull. That was poor. He looked shit against Chukwudazian. Chukwudazian made him look like an amateur. Anybody that wants to smoke, come and get me for the smoke. And I want that Conor Ben work. Yeah, that's what we want to hear. We want to hear the bell ring, ding, 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 to come fight Conor Ben. Hey, salute Ness, man. I'm tired of these Puss in Boots fans. You want any smoke? Come and get it, man. I told you, I'm gonna be here repping the UK and the international fighters for everyone for as long as however.
He said the Puss in Boots fans. You terrible. Rob in Vegas, what up?
Puss in Boots, that nigga funny. Puss in Boots is crazy. Yo, he know he fouled for that. That's wrong right there, man. You know you wrong. But yeah, man, I like it. I'm scared to say I like the fight now. Goddamn. I like the fight. That nigga crazy. I like the fight, man. Boots versus Barrios. Hey, man, shouts out to all Latino and Hispanic brethren out there, man. Y'all be running towards the smoke, man. I fuck with that shit. I wish the brothers ran towards the smoke like this more often, man. I just be trying to keep it a bean on this motherfucker, man. Hey, they be right. You ever seen that one meme where the dude running full speed in the street and he like putting on his boxing gear? That's how them niggas be running towards the smoke, man. Shouts out to Barrios. Uh, we all know, man, I don't see no way of him really beating Boots though, unless Boots is like sick or injured or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how niggas be coming up with that kind of stuff. But yeah, if anything, I got the over on the rounds. They both should be sharp. If anything, Barrios probably had a more recent fight, right? He probably had the more recent fight, didn't he? I think Boots
Uh,
fought in July.
I think so. I'm not 100%
Yeah.
sure. They
I know Boots fought in July, so I think Barrios fought after that. I'm pretty sure. But either way, though, I got it going over on the round. He might last a couple rounds.
Boots
Get the boy
fought
Boots some
July
rounds.
8th and Barrios fought September 30th.
September, okay. Well, yeah, I thought he fought the more recent. So I got him giving Boots some rounds. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he wins very many, but we have seen Barrios bust that jab out like against Ugas and move around the ring. So I got him giving Boots some rounds. Whatever the over under on the rounds is, I ain't go. The winner is Boots, but I said go over on the rounds. That's my pick. Um, also, I had a quick question for you. Boots already got 31 fights. You think he could get to that 50-0? He
Oh,
fighting like twice a
I
year.
mean, I doubt it,
He fighting
bro.
like
I
twice a
mean, I
year, and
mean,
he's young.
twice a year. How many more years, right? Like
You may feel like
he
it's your
gonna have to
time,
get to 40. What's the
but it's not
math
your
on
time.
that? Two fights
Man,
times 14. How many he need?
2 fights a year, 10 more years. That's 20 fights. That'll give him at 51.
10 years put him at 36, man. It all depends, network situations and all that stuff. But I mean, it's possible. I would tell anybody to go for it, man. I don't know why
Hell yeah.
more people don't try. Like I thought Crawford would have went for it. Like, I
I
mean,
did too.
listen,
I thought it was enough opponents.
records was
I
meant to
figured
be
he'd keep it down.
broken, man. I don't know why they trying to let Floyd live with that alone. I mean,
Exactly.
outside
It
of
seemed like
Rocky.
they just trying to give it away to him. That's what I was wondering too. But
Yeah.
yeah, was that my bell right there already?
Yeah, a guy like
Okay.
Crawford is so close. I honestly don't get why he don't snatch that.
Exactly. I feel like if you throw Keith and Danny in there, that's two, and then you could probably get that Tim Zoo fight. You could probably make your legacy off of that. That's three right there. You right there. I just wanted to say one thing before I get up out of here though. I know you like sort of a rap fan, so to all my what I'm saying, all my hip hop and rap fans, Uncle Murder with that wrap up 2023. You want a good laugh, man. He sums it up, gives us everything that happened in 2023, the shit we
Yo,
all was
that's
waiting to say.
fucking crazy that I just went to, like, obviously it was 50 Cent. I'm on Instagram a lot, so 50 posted it, the little part two end clip where he like, Diddy, if you ain't do it, then why you pay? I'm like, oh, I gotta find the whole shit of this. Uncle Murder. He
That's good.
he
That ain't
went
even
at
the tip of the
everybody, bro.
iceberg,
My
but
man went at Will Smith. He called Will all types of names.
man, he went crazy. It
Yo,
was
nah.
funny.
I heard part one and part two, but I'm an
Hell
East
yeah,
Coaster.
for
That
sure.
shit ain't for everybody. You know how that is.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, thanks for the call, man. Take care.
You got it. Jersey Bob, what it do?
Hello?
What up, Jersey Bob?
What's up, man? That was a good interview. Richard Hitchinson, is it Hitchinson? Yeah,
Richardson Hitchins.
yeah, he sound like he won all the smoke, man. I want to see him get them big fights. Catterall, that'd be a good fight. I mean, he's probably underestimating Catterall's grit and heart, but I think he probably could beat him. That's the type of fight to get him over the top. He beat Catterall and he put 140 on notice. So hopefully he get that fight. That'd be a real good fight for him. Um, man, I know people was talking earlier, man. Yo, they lucky. If I was a commission man, Robert Guerrero wouldn't even get a license to fight. So I was talking about he can fight with boots. I had talked about this before. These older fighters, man, I don't think they should be allowed in the ring. That's just my opinion. Guerrero has no business being in the boxing ring. None. Shouldn't be fighting. And these dudes want him to fight boots. Why? So he can get in the hospital? I mean, that was ridiculous earlier. Them dudes talking about Guerrero to fight boots. Boots is in his prime. Guerrero's prime was what, 8 years ago or more? So that was crazy. But I know Boots is in a tough situation where it's hard for him to get fights. So he got to take the Barrios fight. I think that'd be a good fight for him. I think he beats Barrios easily. But there ain't that many options for Boots. Looking on the PBC side, he went through. Who else could he fight?
Yeah, I mean it's slim pickings. Butayev, Jamal James, um, Keith Thurman, Rashidi Ellis.
There's nothing to put him over the top, nothing to make him a star. So he got to take Barrier. Now, if he wins that fight, he has 2 belts technically.
Mm-hmm. Especially if they strip
Okay.
Bud by the time they make this fight.
But no matter what, he even gets 2 belts, Bud's still not gonna fight him.
No.
So, I mean, he just gotta. Like you said, the only thing he can do is like you said, get undisputed, I guess, and then try to move up. But he's just in a tough situation where, people are saying he ain't fight anybody, but people don't want to fight him. He's just in that. He's just stuck. He's too dangerous to fight, and he not bringing enough money for people to really want to fight him. So I would take the Barrios fight, and then I would try to get the other belts, and then from there, I guess look for a big fight at 154. But Conor Ben, I ain't big on the drug cheats, but I don't think Conor Ben could beat him if he's juiced up or not. He ain't got no chance against Boots, in my opinion. Boots beats him easy. I'm not impressed with Conor Ben. Really, I think them knockouts he got, he was juiced up when he knocked them dudes out. So Conor Ben's gonna get here soon. But all right, Ness, have a good night.
You too, champ. Appreciate you calling
All
in.
right. All right.
We got Trees. Trees, we ain't get to you, champ. I owed you a counter, my bad.
Yo, yo.
Did I owe you a counter, champ?
Yeah. I had sent you had got to the interview and whatnot.
You
I
got it.
feel, but damn, Ness. I just wanted to. Well, speaking of the interview and shit, I got a couple. I just got a couple questions. If I run over, I got another. Ain't shit. But I just want to ask you. I know you get these interviews. I just want to. Have you ever thought about starting the show instead of 7 o'clock, of doing like a 8 o'clock jump? Like because for us over here on the East Coast, you feel me? Like they got 9 to 5s in the morning, but we also have 9 to 5s at night. Shout out to my third shift workers, you feel me? Like myself. So I'm just that little extra hour because I feel like I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like this show went a little bit longer than it normally do as a later show, and we was able to get my man Hitchins on the show. You feel me?
No, you
That was
absolutely right. Let me tell you, I had talked to him earlier today, and he like, yeah, I'll be free at 10:30 p.m. I'm like,
see
bruh, there's no way I'm doing that. And then I found myself doing this show,
doing doing
and
doing that. You
I
feel
look,
me?
and I'm like, damn, it's 10 o'clock on the East. Let me hit him up, see if he's free. And he was free.
Yeah,
So it is
yeah.
available. It's always about availability, man.
Just
You
that little.
know,
I just want to point that out. Just that little extra hour, and that's just throwing that out there. That it's something to think about over here on the East Coast because
I mean,
I'm a
listen,
third shift worker.
I tell y'all all the time, the show go as long as the callers. You feel me? Look, it's 11 o'clock on the East. I'm here because of the callers.
say
If
say
y'all
less,
want to
and we
be if
gonna
y'all
be
want to
here,
be
and we
somewhere
gonna be
y'all
here.
ain't supposed to be, instead of being here, then the show gonna be over early.
Say less, my guy. We gonna be here. But hey, I just wanted to throw out there. Shout out to my man who called in earlier. He talking about, oh, you gotta have a character. You gotta create a niche for yourself on TBV. And look at me. You know I'm Toledo Trees, but I also wanted to throw this
Oh,
else out
that's
there. You know,
Cliff. That's Cliff.
you heard him. Oh, you gotta be you gotta throw a character, a niche. But I'm looking at me. This is Toledo Trees, and I also want to throw this out. I'm a combat connoisseur or the connoisseur of combat, however you want to put it, you understand? But look, Ness, I want to throw this out here to you. Hey, how you feel about that? I don't know if you got quote unquote correspondence. I heard you throw that out there to your mans. Do you got correspondence going to interview Austin Trout for his bare knuckle FC fight for that
It
he
all
going for a
depends
strap?
where he's at. You know, Austin changes
He in
camps.
Florida. Hey, listen. He in Florida. I was about to talk. You know me, bro. This is what I do. In February, I got a vision. I'm going to the Oshaki and Nova fight, and then also they got a sumo wrestling fight. I mean, they got a sumo wrestling match at the Prudential Center that I'm gonna be going to the same weekend. We going to boxing and the sumo wrestling joint, but that's neither here nor there. But what I want to ask you about is with the Austin Trout and him doing bare knuckle. It's going to be on February 2nd, by the way, in Hollywood, Florida. They're going to be doing that. He's going to be fighting for a championship apparently in bare knuckle with the I'm curious though, like with the boxers doing the bare knuckle and shit. Like, is that? I know you think that shit probably gruesome. Knowing you probably think that shit.
Yeah, I
You
ain't
sound
into
like my
that.
yeah. You sound like my man's. My man's talk like you do. And y'all birthday is literally the same day. I find that shit to be hilarious. He loved boxing and other shit, but when he see the bare knuckle, he say, I don't know about that, bro.
That shit be
That shit
crazy.
look.
Dudes be losing pieces of their face
Yeah,
doing
that's
that shit.
yeah, that's what he said. But I seen
You
Austin
may
Trout
feel like
doing
it's
this.
your
He
time,
looked good, and I'm just
but it's
curious.
not your
That's all. I
time.
just want. I'm the connoisseur of combat, aka Toledo Trees, and I'm just wondering what you think about the bare knuckle with
What,
Austin
it's
Trout
10
and other.
o'clock? Let
And if
me.
you could have a boxer doing that right now, if it was a boxer currently who you think is aging out, phasing out, what do you think they could do in the bare knuckle? That's my question for you. Ness. Who would you like to see in bare knuckle? That's all I got for you. Shout out Toledo, Ohio. Gonna be cool.
Alright. Man, I ain't really into bare knuckle, but it's working for Trout. I'm actually gonna hit him up, see what up.
Right? So,
What
so
up? What
next,
up,
peace.
boy?
What's good, man? Yo, who the fuck out here, man? Yeah, live chat, power chat. Let's go have fun, man. Love y'all. Happy New Year. In 2024, we taking motherfuckers to war, and we coming with the raw. Get on raw deal here. TBV, the boxing voice, the livest, wildest, raunchiest, best boxing voice shit ever for 2024 and beyond. Next, you gonna get 200,000 subscribers this year. Fuck that. Put in the air. Let's go have fun, man. Now, that time you heard from me, yeah, I got jerked on the Man of the Year, the Entertainer of the Year award and all that shit. I got jerked 10%, whatever. Shout out to CYP. Now I mean, but listen, I'm the motherfucking Hall of Famer. You know, Ness got this Hall of Fame shit going on this year, y'all. You know, the alumni. We the alumni. But look, let's keep it to Brooklyn, man. Take to Brooklyn. Richardson Hitchins, man. East Flatbush. Stand up. My hometown, Crown Heights, Brooklyn, my hometown. Big Baby Miller. I think Richardson Hitchens, y'all, he going for broke. He want all the smoke. He trying to get the fuck on, man. You come to PBC, come get this money, man. It's a lot of money over here in PBC. Al and Jeff, well, Jeff ain't there no more, fuck it, but come get this money at PBC, man. Peace to Abdul Wahid. Abdul Wahid, Hamdulillah. Let me tell you something, man. When a man finds peace with himself through religion, he gains confidence. We know Tank got the skills. He just never had the confidence to want to get in with these high caliber cats and show his worth. But now that he found Islam, he gonna do the damn thing. I'm telling y'all what it is. This tune up is gonna be Edward De Los Santos, right? Or Frank Martin. That's gonna be his first fight coming back. One of them two. And at the end of the year, He gonna give us something real good and nice. I predict Tank fighting 3 times this year, man. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, I love the live chat, love the power chat. Yo, Ness, we gonna have a good old time this year in boxing, man. Let's take it back to New York one more time. Edgar Berlanga, you know, from Brooklyn to the Bronx. He fighting some dude from the UK, February 24th. You know, on Matchroom and all that. You know, Fast said he heard got some shit up his sleeve for Edgar Berlanga. We gonna see what it is. And yo, this boot shit, this boot should get interesting, man. Yo, what Boot's gonna do? Thurman don't want to fight him. Thurman talking about he want 10 mil to fight him, all this bullshit. Let me get Barrios. Let Boots see. Let Boots. Let's see if Boots can get Mario Barrios out in 5 rounds. If he can knock him out or even stop him. Barrios is a big boy. Y'all know that. And let's see after this if Boots can get some with Staniosis, or if he can't get that, I want to see him against Rashidi Ellis. I want to see speed versus agility. Now, I mean, I want to see the Cobra versus the Mongol style. Like I said, we might get taken to your Fimo this year. This Devin Haney, Devin Haney and Ryan, that looks good. But everybody do me a favor. He's not a pay-per-view star yet. When you only sell 55,000, you ain't no pay-per-view, man. Fuck that. But like I said, man, love y'all. Yo, Ness, you doing a great job. You gotta give us some treats, man. You gotta give us some treats for January. Some shit we should be looking for. That should be a title of your show, man. What fights do you believe that's gonna get the hardcores and the casuals and the frenzy? You know, before June. You know what I mean? Like I said, Ness, love you. Love the live chat, power chat. Peace. I'm out, man. I gotta get this mail to Newark. Peace. Peace, peace, peace.
All right.
Well,
Appreciate you. Looks like we got to everybody. That's Ness GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Last minute super chat from Rod of the Storm, $5. He says, I work swing shift. Appreciate the late show. Shout out to the blue collar workers. Barrios is what the doctor ordered for Boots. C-level Mexican fighter. Arrivederci, ladies and gentlemen. Catch me on the next one tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. Peace.